Let us take a moment to arrive together, here and now. As you find a comfortable position, allow your breath to flow gently, like a river meandering through a quiet forest. Inhale deeply, feeling the cool air fill your lungs, and exhale slowly, releasing the weight of your day. With each breath, notice the rhythm of your body, the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle beating of your heart. Perhaps you can feel the ground beneath you, steady and reassuring, a solid foundation in this present moment. Embrace this stillness as we step into a simple scene where the mundane becomes a canvas for finding grace in Mindfulness. It was a crisp morning, the kind that invites a slow awakening. Sunlight slipped through the kitchen window, casting soft glimmers on the countertop. A stack of dishes awaited a collection of remnants from the night before, the thread of a life woven into cutlery, plates, and glasses. Each dish a silent witness to laughter, conversation, and fleeting moments that had come together like intricate brushstrokes on a beloved canvas. As you approach the sink, take a moment to notice the textures before you. It's the smoothness of the part, ceramic plates, the cool hardness of glass, the unyielding surface of stainless steel. As water cascades from the faucet, a gentle symphony begins, the rhythmic patter of droplets merging with a soft trickle that follows. A sound that invites presence, a sound that says, "Look here, into this moment." You pick up the first plate, cradling it in your hands. Feel the weight of it, how it rests comfortably in your palms. Notice the remnants of a meal, perhaps a smudge of marinara or a sprinkle of herbs. Take this time to appreciate the colors and contours, the slight indentations that tell stories of previous dinners shared. As you immerse the plate under the warm water, feel the heat rising, wrapping around your fingers like a gentle hug. Allow your mind to settle here, flowing with the sensations, the warmth, the soapiness, the way the water dances against your skin. Each movement becomes a meditation. The circular motion of the cloth gliding over the surface is a dance performed in honor of the everyday. Listen closely. The sound of the water is like a heartbeat, steady and soothing. Each swirl, each splash, a reminder of life's continual flow. Breathe in the fragrance of the dish soap, the freshness mingling with the earthy scent of the morning air. Here, amidst the lather and suds, there is an opportunity to anchor yourself, to feel the pull of the moment as you rinse the plate. The water cascades off with a familiar sound, a soft whisper as it joins the pool below. Watch as the light catches the droplets, momentarily glimmering like tiny stars before they blend back into the stream. Let this small miracle sink into your awareness, the beauty of transformation. Even in the simplest act. Now, shift your focus to the task ahead. You lift the next dish, bowl perhaps, that held a beloved soup or a comforting salad. What memories cling to its surface? What warmth did it cradle in its rounded embrace? Allow your thoughts to flow, but do not grasp them. Let them float by like leaves carried downstream, each thought valid, yet each one a passing moment. As you scrub, notice how your fingers fit into the contours of the bowl, the way you can feel every curve and dip. There's an intimacy in this act, the connection between you and the vessel that held nourishment, a vessel that has stories to share if only we pause long enough to listen. The bowl offers resistance against the cloth, its smoothness almost a conversation, a delightful engagement of effort and care. With each rinse, each gentle clean, you become more aware of the present. The rhythmic sound of water becomes a heartbeat for your thoughts, a soothing cadence drawing you deeper into awareness. Feel the gentle tension in your shoulders begin to soften. Let that softening extend outward, blooming through your chest, spreading through your arms, through your hands, to every dish that cradles our humanity. As you work through each piece of cutlery, the forks, the spoons, the knives, the attentive motions transform into a contemplative dance. Each gleaming surface reflects the unique stories of family gatherings, late-night snacks, and early breakfasts. contemplating the value of their existence. You begin to notice that even the most mundane objects are steeped with personal history, each piece a vessel of life's simple pleasures. Now, ask yourself, how does it feel to slow down, stir the waters of your mind with each gentle scrub, to appreciate the fluidity of time unraveling itself in the steam rising from the sink? You may feel thoughts surfacing, concerns from your day, or lingering anxieties. Acknowledge them, then return to the sensation of water against skin, of tasks completed with intention and care. You set aside the final dish, taking a step back to witness your work. The sink, now filled with gleaming plates and cleaned cutlery, reflects not just your effort, but the essence of presence. The small act of washing dishes, often seen as a chore, has morphed into a sanctuary, a moment of mindfulness that intertwines your breaths with the heart of the day. Let a sensation of gratitude wash over you, a quiet understanding that in these simple moments, life unfolds in its fullest. You take a breath, a deep, resounding breath, filling your being with the richness of this experience. This is where peace can be found, in the clicking of plates and the splashing of water. The kitchen is a space that has held much, and yet in its stillness now, it calls you to be present. Allow yourself to feel the vibrations of this moment, the warmth of sunlight streaming through the window, the calming sound of water settling into stillness as you dry your hands. Feel the fabric of the towel, the soft texture beneath your fingers. Another reminder of the present. With each wipe, let go of the residue of thought that lingers, just as the water drips away. This moment, like the dishes, will pass. Yet, the reverence of presence remains. The act of being deeply engaged in the now, no matter how small, reveals a peace that endures. A truth that life, in all its forms, is worthy of our attention and care. Step outside, if you wish, and let the world embrace you bright, full, and waiting like a canvas ready for the next brushstroke of life. As you settle into this moment, allow yourself to take a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then gently release it, letting go of any tension held in your body. Notice how the world around you continues to unfold, the subtle rhythm of life present in each gentle sound, the whisper of the wind, the distant hum of a vehicle passing by. Ground yourself in the here and now. Feel the surface beneath you, solid and reassuring. With each breath, invite a soft sense of awareness, noticing the gentle flow of your thoughts, allowing them to drift like clouds in an endless sky, neither clinging to them nor pushing them away. God, this is your time to simply be, to experience this moment fully, in the quiet warmth of a Saturday afternoon. The light filtered softly through the kitchen window, casting a golden hue over the room. The world outside carried on with its usual antics, but within this small space, the busy sounds of the day softened into a comforting hum. The dish rack stood tall, a tiny mountain of porcelain and glass, waiting patiently to be tended to. You approached the sink, feeling the coolness of the tiles beneath your bare feet, grounding you in the present. As you turned on the tap, the water splashed into the basin, a gentle cascade, each droplet bursting with life as it hit the stillness below. The sound intermingled with the rustle of the leaves outside, a delicate symphony of the ordinary. You reached for the first plate, cool and smooth against your fingertips. As you dipped it into the cascading water, a shiver of sensation tingled through your hand. Observing, you noticed the way the water enveloped the plate's surface, wrapping it in a comforting embrace. The rhythm of your movements began to establish itself. Suds formed and glistened, a small mountain of bubbles rising. Each layer of foam shimmered like tiny stars, momentarily capturing the light, reminding you of the magic hidden within the mundane. The fragrant soap rose around you, a blend of citrus and earthiness filling the air, mingling with the slight, metallic temps of the water itself. You inhaled and exhaled slowly, the scent roaming through your senses like a gentle breeze, inviting you deeper into this moment of simple connection. Washing the dishes was an act of meditation, each plate offering a new opportunity to turn your mind towards the process itself. You felt the cool porcelain begin to warm under the heat of the water. As you scrubbed gently, your thoughts began to wane, drifting like autumn leaves carried softly by the breath of the wind. The worries of the week, the to-do lists twisting and tangling in your mind, began to dissolve in the steady rhythm of your hands. Here, you thought, is where I am. With this plate, this water, in this moment. You encouraged your attention to rest on the sensation of the sponge gliding across the surface, the slight resistance at first, the satisfying swish before it gave way to a glimmering dryness. You washed with intention, aware of your emotions, swirling momentary thoughts of frustration, joy, fatigue. Each feeling, just like the bubbles floating above the water's surface, would rise and pop, leaving nothing but their essence once past. Soon, gentle clinking filled the air as you set each plate to the side, allowing them to dwell in their own little puddle of water, resting like gathered thoughts waiting to be resolved. A rhythm emerged, the water flowed, and so too did your breath. Inhale, exhale, scrub, stack, rinse, repeat. Each moment seemed infused with a calm that grew deeper and wider, as if the world outside faded further away, leaving you with just the simple, tender act of being present. A fort began to recall an old memory as you handled its cool, reflective surface. You remembered summer dinners where laughter filled the air as stories unfurled over the clinking of utensils. The joy of shared meals and simple connections brought a warmth to your heart. Did you ever take the time, you wondered, to truly appreciate the beauty in each bite, each moment shared? When you dipped the fork into the warm water, you let it go, releasing the contemplations into the flowing stream. It didn't need tethering. It was enough just to wash, just to feel as the last mug was lifted from the dish rack. A soft sigh exited your lips. A fleeting moment of completion washed over you. The sink glimmered now, a haven of clarity and simplicity. A sense of accomplishment threaded through your being like a gentle, golden light warming you from within. You turned the tap off, the water's rush ebbing into stillness. In these few moments, amidst the everyday dance of washing dishes, you had discovered a world worth beholding, a world where each task, each breath could be as profound as a moment of silence in nature, a pause where time itself felt cherished. Standing there, surrounded by the soft sounds of the house and the lingering warmth of the sunlight pouring through the window, you realized that you were not merely cleaning dishes. You were nurturing yourself, your own spirit woven into each movement, each drop of water, each inhalation and exhalation merging peacefully into the present. As you step back from that soft moment spent in mindfulness, allow yourself to notice how this tranquility reverberates within you, like the gentle trickle of water cascading down a stone. This is the beauty of being present, not in the doing, but simply in the being. Each moment holds within it the invitation to return to the stillness, to find peace in the ordinary. Carry this awareness with you as you move through the day, knowing that each act can bring you back home to yourself wherever you may be. In the heart of our bustling lives, where thoughts race and worries fluttered like leaves caught in the wind, let us take a moment to settle. Close your eyes, if you wish, and feel your breath, its gentle rise and fall, like the tide caressing the shore. Notice the air, cool and soothing as it touches your skin, inviting you to be here in this very moment. With each inhalation, draw in the present, and with each exhalation, let go of what no longer serves you. Allow yourself to be enveloped in this space where time flows gently and everything else fades away. Here, in the stillness, let us wander together into a simple yet profound moment of life. It was early morning. The sun stretched its golden limbs across the sky, casting a warm glow into the modest kitchen. The world beyond the window was beginning to awaken, the soft chirps of birds merging with the distant murmur of traffic. Here, at the sink, stood Ruth, preparing for another day. Her hands enveloped the smooth handle of a ceramic mug, and as she filled it with water, she savored the comforting weight of it. She watched the liquid cascade down, glimmering like a stream of light, and breathed deeply, fully aware of the sounds surrounding her, the gentle patter of water meeting porcelain, the faint rustle of leaves outside, and a distant hum of life bustling beyond her quiet sanctuary as she began to wash the dishes from last night's dinner. The day's first light illuminated each plate and bowl, transforming them into iridescent canvases. The sponge glided over the surface of a chipped bowl, the scent of soap mingling with the warmth of the water, rising gently around her like a calming fog. Each stroke became a meditation, her mind momentarily unfurling like the first blooms of spring. In her mind, thoughts fluttered like butterflies, flitting from tasks yet undone to plans for the day that lay ahead. Instead of clinging to these thoughts, she invited them to dance in and out, like ripples on still water. The awareness of the present moment wrapped around her, soft yet firm, grounding her in the here and now. In the rhythmic sound of the water, she found a quiet harmony. It spoke to her of patience, each dish requiring its attentiveness. There was no rush, no urgency, just a pure act of being present, washing, rinsing, drying. As her fingers worked through the suds, she took a moment to notice the texture against her skin, the smoothness of ceramic, the slightly jagged edges of glass. Every piece held a story, memories of shared meals, laughter, and connection. A whisper of gratitude coursed through her heart, reminding her of the warmth that accompanies these simple things. The soft thud of the plates as she placed them in the drying rack resonated in a rhythm that soothed her soul. Each thud a gentle reminder of the cyclical nature of life, the act of caring for her home, an offering of love, a dedication to this life she had crafted over time. Even the small, chipped areas of her favorite fork felt significant, as she recognized that imperfections are part of the beauty of existence. Outside, the world continued its fervent wake-up call. The distant call of a dog barked, the rustle of a newspaper slipping across a porch, the laughter of children starting their day. She let these sounds wash over her, acknowledging each one as it came and went. They formed a background symphony, blending with the cadence of her thoughts and the soft whispers of her heart. And there, in that quiet kitchen, ensconced in the mundane, she began to see how life, in its simplicity, mirrored her very being. Each action was an expression, every sound a note in the melody of her day. As she contemplated the change of seasons, the way nature shifts so gracefully, and how it mimics the ebb and flow of her own journey, the steam rising from the dishes curled around her in warm tendrils, and in that moment, she closed her eyes. She felt her shoulders drop, a sensation of release washing over her, letting go. Here she was, right in the middle of the present, a feeling so rare amidst the noise of rushing thoughts and the chaos that life sometimes brings. Time seemed to expand as she lifted another plate. The cool ceramic contrasting poignantly against the warmth enveloping her from the soapy water. Her movements slowed down, each gesture a meditation, each dip of her hands into the warm embrace of the water inviting her to explore the depths of her own presence. The sun climbed higher, and with it, a quiet clarity began to settle in her mind. Tasks ahead of her still awaited, but for this moment, they receded into the background, like shadows beneath the trees at midday. The only thing that mattered was the here and now, the vibrant colors of the dishes, the warmth of the water, the steady swell of her breath. Slowly, she transitioned from washing to drying, the soft cloth slipping between her fingers like a whisper of kindness. The ritual unfolded with ease, a dance of intention and awareness. Each section of the cloth absorbing not just moisture, but a sense of peace that began to flow through her. With each wipe, she felt lighter, more connected, the act itself becoming a source of joy rather than a chore to be checked off a list. The simple pleasure of being present fed her spirit like nourishment. The gentle rhythm of her body seemed to find its own pulse, matching the beat of the natural world outside. And, as she placed the last glass on the rack, a soft sigh escaped her lips, mingling with the air around her. She stood for a moment, hands resting on the cool countertop, eyes closed, feeling the subtle rise and fall of her chest. The faint thrum of the world moving beyond her kitchen walls. Within that stillness, as if the universe itself whispered, she began to truly accept that the beauty of life lies not in grand gestures, but in these small, intimate moments, the mundane transformed into the extraordinary. Through the act of awareness, as Ruth opened her eyes and gazed at the array of clean dishes shimmering softly under the morning light, a sense of balance washed over her. She realized that this simplicity of washing dishes, of breathing, of simply being holds a grace that is often overlooked. Each moment, when touched with mindfulness, unfolds into a tapestry of connection, beauty, and unencumbered joy. With that thought nestled softly in her heart, she stepped away from the sink, grounded yet light, ready to embrace the day as it unfolded, aware of the stillness that lies at the center of it all. In the gentle unfolding of the present moment, let your breath be your anchor. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, a slow tide of tranquility washing over you. Notice the space around you, the air softly enveloping your body, holding you in this moment. Nothing is required of you but to be here, to simply be. With each breath, settle into the rhythm of now, inviting calmness as a companion. The world outside may rush and swirl, yet here, in this moment, you are safe, you are whole. A vessel of experience waiting to unfold in a quaint kitchen. The soft light of dawn spills through the window, illuminating the remnants of the previous night plates with leftover morsels, cutlery resting in a gentle disarray, and a pot with dried herbs still releasing their earthly perfume. The day has only just begun, and yet there is an invitation lingering in the air. A call to presence wrapped in the simplest of tasks, the act of washing the dishes as you approach the sink. Each step feels significant, the cool floor beneath, your feet grounding you in the moment. You turn on the faucet, and the water begins to flow, a soothing symphony of sound that dances through the air like a gentle lullaby. You watch as the water cascades over your hands, cool and refreshing, creating little rivulets that race down the sides of the sink. You reach for the sponge, its texture familiar against your palm. As you squeeze, it releases a small sigh, the sound of air mingling with water. This tiny moment, so ordinary, invites you to pause. What is it to simply wash a dish? To allow the mundane to be adored to the extraordinary. Trace the delicate grooves of its surface with your fingers, each line a silent witness to the meals shared, the laughter echoing through the room. You dip it into the warm, soapy water, feeling the suds burst into tiny bubbles that float like dreams escaping into the morning light. The fragrance of lemony freshness fills your senses, a sweet reminder that even the simplest tasks hold beauty. As you scrub, you become aware of the rhythm you create, the scrape of sponge against porcelain, the gentle splash of water, the whispers of thoughts that drift in and out like clouds across a vast sky. Each sound weaves itself into the tapestry of your experience, a reminder that in this moment, you are both the actor and the observer. You turn your attention to the gentle swirl of foam rising around you, taking form and then dissolving, just like thoughts that come and go. Some are bright, shiny thoughts filled with tomorrow's to-do lists, while others are shadowy worries about the past. You notice them, acknowledge their presence without judgment, and then return your focus to the warmth of the water, the rhythm of your hands as you lather the dishes. You might reflect on what it feels like to be here, present and engaged. Enveloped in this moment, you are not just cleaning. You are honoring the lives that intersected at this table, the connections forged over shared meals, the simple yet profound act of nourishment. Love flows in the gentle soap and water, transforming a task often seen as trivial into an expression of gratitude. Each dish returns to its place, a silent testament to what has been. You glance outside through the window where the world begins to wake. The sun peaks above the horizon, casting long shadows and soft hues of pink and gold. It is a moment suspended in time, a reminder that each day offers new beginnings. As you rinse the last plate, the water runs clear, and you sense a lightness within. The act of washing has become a meditation, drawing you into a state of calm clarity. There is no rush, no next thing waiting to pull you away. There is only the flow, the embrace of now, where perfection is not the goal, but presence is. The path. You place the dishes on a drying rack, the sound of porcelain meeting with a soft punctuation mark in the silence. Here, in this kitchen, stillness is alive, and the air is filled with the promise of a new day. You lean against the counter for a moment, allowing the tranquility to fill you completely. Your breath deepens, softening your body and releasing the remnants of tension carried from the night before. Outside, a bird begins to sing, its notes piercing the quiet with crystalline clarity. Sound grounds you even further, drawing your awareness to the beauty in the ordinary, a reminder that life unfolds in layers. Each moment an invitation to connect, to appreciate. With each note, you feel a sense of belonging within the vast web of existence, a thread interwoven with nature, humanity, and all that is. As the warmth of the sunlight bathes you, you realize that the essence of mindfulness is not in the grand moments, but in recognizing the richness of daily life. Whether washing dishes, making a cup of tea, or even experiencing stillness at a dawn like this, you understand that each act brings with it the opportunity for love and connection. You smile, a simple gesture of gratitude for the experience that has unfolded before you. These moments remind you that life is indeed a series of presents wrapped not in ribbons and bows, but in the softness of water flowing over skin, the harmony of a dish being cleaned, and the fleeting beauty of a bird's song. And so, with your heart lighter and your mind clear, you step back from the sink into the childlike wonder of the day ahead, grounded in the knowledge that wherever you go, in whatever task awaits, you carry with you this gift of presence, never quite lost, forever available, whispering the endless stories of now. You stand for a while longer, embracing the stillness within and around you. As the familiar hum of the day begins to awaken, perhaps take with you the feeling of that soft water against your skin, the sound of laughter lingering over meals, and the beautiful reminder that every moment, no matter how mundane, is an opportunity to return to yourself. Each breath is a gentle invitation to find peace, to live fully in the now, discovering the extraordinary within the ordinary, now and always. In this moment, as you settle into a comfortable position, allow yourself to be fully present. Take a deep breath, feel in the air fill your lungs, and notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest. As you release the breath, let go of any tension. you may be holding, and simply be here in this space. The world around you exists in a beautiful rhythm, and today we will step into the quiet dance of everyday life, discovering the extraordinary within the ordinary. Imagine it is late afternoon. The sun, a soft amber hue, filtering through the kitchen window, casting delicate patterns on the tile floor. You stand at the sink, a warm basin of soapy water awaiting your hands. The dishes from the day's meals rest patiently on the counter, remnants of laughter and nourishment still lingering like whispers in the air. You begin by reaching for the first dish, feeling its cool ceramic against your fingertips. As you immerse it into the warm water, you watch the soap bubbles rise, dancing joyfully in the light. Each bubble holds a tiny universe, shimmering and shifting, encapsulating this moment in time. You take a breath, inhaling the clean, fresh scent of the soap, a gentle reminder of simplicity and care as your hands glide over the surface of the dish. You notice the sensations beneath your fingertips, the smoothness, the slight coolness of the ceramic giving way to the warmth of the water. With each movement, you evoke a sense of intention. You are not just washing a dish, you are cleansing the moments of your day. The rhythmic sound of water splashing creates a soothing symphony, each drop a note in the melody of your calm presence. You let your mind settle, letting go of the chatter of the day, the worries of tomorrow. Here, in this simple act, you find a sanctuary. You become aware of the gentle pressure of the sponge gliding along the surface, the way it yields to your touch, revealing the dish's underlying brilliance as it is freed from the remnants of the meal. In the stillness, your thoughts drift and flutter like leaves caught in a tender breeze. They may wander to tomorrow's tasks or reflections of yesterday's, but you invite them back with kindness, returning to the warmth of the water. You ground yourself, taking a moment to feel the act of washing a dish become a mindful ritual. Each dish you rinse is an opportunity to let go of the day, the clutter, the chaos. As you rinse, the clear water cascades over the dish, cleansing river in motion, removing the last traces of soap and food. In this act, you'll release any need for perfection. The dish need not shine like a beacon. It only needs to be. There is grace in acceptance, tenderness in the realization that perfection resides not in the object, but in your presence. You turn to the next dish, a bowl that cradled yesterday's soup. A memory rushes back, the warmth of the soup radiating through the dining room, the laughter of friends echoing, their conversations swirling like steam from the pot. And now, the bowl meets the embrace of the water, becoming an anchor, pulling you back to this moment, inviting you to savor the unfolding. The sponge in your hand moves in the familiar pattern you have created over time, round and round, and forth each stroke a soft whisper, a meditation in motion. You notice how your body sways slightly, finding its own rhythm in the chore. There is a gentle power in this movement, a flow of energy that courses through your limbs. You let it be, allowing the motion to ground you, to release stress and tension that may have settled in your shoulders. The water has risen to your elbows now, warm and inviting. You feel it wrap around you like a comforting shawl, inviting you deeper into this experience. You are neither hurried nor slowed. You are simply present, a witness to the dance of the everyday. Your gaze shifts to the window, where the last rays of the sun filter through, bathing the kitchen in a soft gold. You notice a bird perched on a branch, its small form silhouetted against the sky. It twists its wings. You can hear its soft chirp, a reminder of life beyond the walls, connecting to the world that pulses with its own rhythm. In this moment, there's a beautiful interconnectedness, a reminder that you are part of this larger picture. Even as you stand in your own quiet space, you return to the task at hand. The dish is before you, a canvas of memories, textures, smells, and sounds. Each one tells a story, each one worthy of your attention and care. You wash, rinse, and stack each action imbued with mindfulness, reveling in the simplicity of presence between the rhythmic sounds of water and the faint notes of the outside world. Your mind dances in a gentle flow, free of judgment, free of expectation. And in this quietude, you discover an inner peace, a refuge growing within you like a blossoming flower. You remind yourself that this kindness, this gentle touch upon the dishes is an offering to yourself, a celebration of life's small joys. As you finish the last dish, the sink empties, leaving behind a glistening surface, sparkling like dew on morning grass. You take a moment to simply stand there, enveloped in the silence, taking in the transformation that these minutes have forged. The kitchen is bathed in a golden silence, each corner carrying the weight of loving presence, the air crisp with awareness. You wipe your hands on a nearby towel, feeling the softness against your skin, a contrast to the coolness of the water. Completing this small but meaningful task leaves you with a sense of completion, of having been wholly present. It's no rush to move on. The world can wait. Simply being here, now, breathing in and out. You find peace in knowing that moments like these ordinary and fleeting are treasures. They remind you that mindfulness is not found only in meditation, but in the enchanting simplicity of everyday life. In the quiet invitation to be fully aware of where you are and what you are doing as you step away from the sink. Carry this moment with you, a reminder that stillness is not a destination, but a journey found in the act of living. In the whirlwind of days to come, may you find the whispers of warm water guiding your heart back to the present, inviting you to embrace each moment fully with gentleness, curiosity, and love. In the quiet, may you always return to the beauty of now. In the soft embrace of the present moment, where the world feels both vast and intimate, take a gentle breath. Let it fill you, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all that burdens you, your thoughts, your to-do lists, the echoes of yesterday. Allow yourself to settle into the here and now, where each heartbeat is an invitation to be fully alive. And every breath is a reminder of the delicate beauty woven into the simplest of tasks. Today, let us join in a quiet journey through the art of being present, nurturing mindfulness through the rhythm of an everyday experience. Imagine, if you will, a small kitchen bathed in the warm glow of the afternoon sun. The light spills softly through the window, casting golden patterns onto the countertop, where a collection of dishes and glasses await their turn for cleansing. Each item holds its own story, small remnants of laughter shared over meals, the echoes of quiet moments marked by companionship as you step up to the sink. The gentle sound of water begins to fill the air, a soothing symphony that harmonizes with the rhythm of your thoughts. Feel the coolness of the water as it cascades from the faucet, a simple yet profound experience. Allow your mind to soften as you watch the liquid dance and shimmer, reflecting the sunlight in 1,000 breaking points of brilliance. You find a dish in your hands, a sturdy plate, rounded and familiar. Its smooth surface glistens with the remnants of yesterday's feast. In this moment, notice how your fingers wrap around the plate, feeling its weight. Noticing the texture where the glaze meets the coolness of the ceramic. Experience the sensation deeply, as if it is the only thing that exists in this fragile moment. As you dip the plate into the warm, soapy water, tiny bubbles emerge, floating up like little orbs of joy. Each bubble dances momentarily before it meets the surface, a reminder of the fleeting nature of existence. Breathe in the scent of the dish, so fresh and bright, a blend of citrus and lavender that awakens your senses. This simple fragrance envelops you, grounding you in the act, resonating with memories of clean linens and sun-dried clothes, of days spent in laughter and love. With a sponge in hand, you begin to glide it across the plate's surface. The sponge yields to the curves and dips, and with each stroke, you wipe away not just remnants of food, but the weight of the mind that can often cling like stubborn grime. Feel how the soft, absorbent material glides over the plate, the warm water swirling around it. The rhythmic movement, akin to a slow dance of reconciliation between you and the tasks at hand. Your breath finds a steady pattern, expanding and contracting, like the gentle tide meeting the shore, a natural ebb and flow that encourages you to be fully here. There is no rush, no judgment, just the meeting of you with this plate, this moment. As the sponge moves, the water splashes lightly against your skin, a cool reminder of the warmth surrounding you. Each splash, each ripple breathes life into your task, anchoring you deeper into the now. As you lift the plate from the water and rinse it under the faucet, feel how the stream washes over the ceramic, nourishing it, like the rain refreshing the earth. The sound of the water trickling fills the kitchen with a calming presence, gentle reminder that everything is precisely as it should be. Allow this sound to envelop you, becoming part of your breath, a soft backdrop to the melody of your thoughts. Set the plate down onto the drying rack, and a small trickle of water runs gracefully off the edge, like a dancer spinning away into the unknown. Watch as the droplets descend, their clinking echoes harmonizing with the essence of the things left unsaid, the moments unfulfilled. Here, in this pause, you notice that there is beauty in each drop, in the waiting, in the stillness. There is a lesson in patience, an invitation to savor the quiet confidence growing in the ordinary. Your hands move on without thought, reaching for a glass next. This glass, delicate and clear, holds the sunlight in its curves as you wash its surface. Here lies the beauty of reflection, not only the light caught within the glass, but the way you draw the light out from within yourself. As you scrub and rinse, feel the sensation of clarity emerging, both in the glass and within your own mind. As if layers of complexity are being gently unwrapped, the routine is rhythmic now, almost meditative, as you find your way back and forth between soapy water and the rinsing flow of the faucet. With each move, allow the small tasks to wash over you, soaking into the fabric of your being. The dishes before you transform into lessons, each one a reminder that there is depth in simplicity, profound meaning nestled within the mundane. As you stack the freshly cleaned dishes, feel the delicate balance of their forms, the harmony they create when faced together. Each piece plays its part in the larger whole, much like the moments of your day. You align the plates, the glasses, the bowls, each lovingly positioned, a testament to your labor, to the life shared within these walls. You pause for a moment, taking a step back, and as you do, see the small whispers of your efforts before you, the shine of each dish catching the light, shimmering softly, a quiet celebration of your presence. You realize that this moment so tender, so gently passing hints at the beauty of your existence, of the deep richness found when you allow yourself to simply be in this mindful state. Thoughts may still flicker like a candle in the breeze, darting here and there. Embrace them without chase or clinging, as you would watch clouds shift across the sky. Allow insights to arise from the spaciousness you've embraced. Let them settle gently, as you would a feather on still water, rippling, then receding. As you turn off the faucet and step back from the sink, a soft stillness blankets the kitchen, akin to the quiet that follows a gentle rain. In this sacred space, recognize how mindfulness has revealed the interconnectedness of your tasks, your thoughts, and your essence. The ordinary has become extraordinary, inviting you to lace your days with awareness, gratitude, and the sweetness of presence. Breathe in this moment, and as you exhale, carry this stillness with you into the next moment, the next story yet to unfold, where life awaits with open arms. In the swirling dance of life's demands, a still place exists just beneath the surface, waiting for you to arrive. Imagine yourself standing on the edge of a quiet lake at dawn, the world still wrapped in the embrace of sleep. The least sound is the gentle rustling of leaves, whispering the promise of the day ahead. Allow yourself to be here, to settle into this moment. With each breath, draw in the calm of this space, letting it fill your lungs, and with each exhale, release the burdens you carry. Open your heart and mind to the poetry of everyday experience, for within it lies a profound wisdom, a sanctuary of stillness. It was a Saturday morning, sun filtering through the kitchen window, casting soft patterns on the tiled floor. Clara stood at the sink, surrounded by the gentle hum of her home. The dishes awaited her, a simple pile of porcelain and glass, remnants of breakfast shared with her family. She filled the basin with warm, soapy water, watching the bubbles expand and rise, dancing lightly against one another as she plunged her hands into the sudsy depths. The water enveloped her fingers, a soothing embrace that invited her to slow down and breathe. Each dish was an invitation, a moment to fully engage with her surroundings. She reached for a plate, its cool surface smooth against her palm. The scent of dish soap filled the air, fragrant and clean. She felt the weight of the plate, a gentle reminder of the nourishment it had held. Laughter echoing through her kitchen just a few hours prior. The sound of the water splashing against the sides of the sink filled her ears like a soft melody weaving through the stillness. Clara allowed herself to become fully absorbed in the act of washing, scrubbing gently, the texture of the sponge creating a rhythmic dance against the plate. With each stroke, she discovered the simple pleasure of being here in this moment, free from the clamor of the outside world. Bubble by bubble, she considered the stories each dish held. Here was the bowl where her son's favorite cereal lay, a vessel for bright mornings filled with excitement. Here, the coffee mug that cradled the warmth of shared conversations and dreams, hope spilling out like the steam wafting into the air. Every item brought forth memories as vivid as the colors of the dawn, filling her mind with gratitude for these small yet magnificent moments. As she rinsed the first plate, the water swirled around it like a gentle caress, washing away the remnants of breakfast as easily as it washed away the thoughts of past worries. What remained was a clean slate, the soft glow of the plate shining bright, reflecting the joy of the present. Clara noticed how the sunlight caught the edges of the dish, glinting like tiny stars, reminder of beauty hidden in the mundane. With each dish that claimed her attention, time began to dissolve. The world outside faded, each moment stretching out, rich and layered like the colors of an artist's palette. She became aware of the sensations around her, the rise and fall of her breath, the warmth of the sun on her neck, the subtle sounds of birds chirping just beyond her window, harmonizing with the gentle lapping of water at the sink. A pan caught her eye next, its surface slightly tarnished from use, a testament to many meals cooked in love and laughter. As she applied the sponge, a thought surfaced. How often do I rush through this familiar routine? A moment of awareness blossomed within her. She chose to be present, to embrace the familiarity of the task as if it were new. Instead of allowing impatience to creep in, she surrendered to the rhythm of the wash, allowing each soapy stroke to ground her in the now, the familiar strains of life's busy schedule. The endless list of to-dos fluttered at the edges of her consciousness, but she chose to let them remain there. They could wait. Here, in this solitary dance with the dishes, she found freedom. It was as if the sponge and water held transformative magic, unfolding a tapestry of calm and reflection. Clara closed her eyes momentarily, savoring the textures and aromas, the combination of warmth and coolness, the sound of water flowing freely against porcelain. She opened her eyes to the inviting chaos of her kitchen's small toys dotting the floor. The lingering smell of pancakes a sunbeam illuminating a dust particle swirling in the light. Each detail suddenly felt significant, woven into the fabric of her life, with the last dish sparkling before her. She rinsed it under the flowing water, serving every droplet clinging to the surface before cascading off, returning to the cycle of the world. As her hands dried the last plate with a soft cloth, she was aware of how her heart felt lighter, brighter. In this simple act, she had gathered moments of stillness, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. Clara finished drying her hands and glanced around her now immaculate kitchen, a tender smile touching her lips. She noticed how the room seemed to radiate warmth and love, the remains of breakfast now forgotten, yet cherished in the heart. The morning sun streamed brightly, illuminating the simple beauty of her surroundings. In the quiet aftermath of her morning ritual, Clara stood amidst the echoes of her experience, cradling the stillness she had cultivated. She understood now that within the weave of everyday life, a sanctuary exists, not in the avoidance of tasks, but in the embrace of them each moment, a chance to return to presence, to unearth the beauty hidden in the ordinary. With a heart full and a spirit lightened, she took a breath, grounded in the rhythm of her life, ready to meet the day with open arms and a gentle heart. In the quiet of the evening, as the world begins to lay down its burdens, find a comfortable place to settle. Allow your breath to become your guide, gentle, rhythmic, and profound in its simplicity. Inhale deeply, feeling the cool air fill your lungs, and exhale softly, releasing the weight of the day. Here, beside the ebb and flow of your breath, there exists a sanctuary, a moment suspended in time where you can simply be. Let each thought drift like clouds across a vast blue sky, allowing sensations, sounds, and stillness to weave together. In this tapestry of now, imagine, if you will, the soft patter of rain on a window pane, a gentle invitation to pause and savor the quietude surrounding you. As the droplets create tiny rivers that wind down the glass, picture yourself drawn to the kitchen, where the warm light spills across the countertop, illuminating the familiar chaos of a lived-in space. Here, the day's remnants linger, a collection of dishes scattered from meals crafted and shared. Each plate and mug tells a story, a moment of laughter, a sigh of comfort, a celebration of unity. With a delicate breath, you approach this humble array, allowing your feet to ground themselves against the cool tiles. The air is fragrant, with the mingling scents of soap and lingering spices, a reminder of nourishment and care, both given and received. You fill the basin with warm water, watching as the steam rises, quilling and twisting like tendrils of thought as you immerse your hands into the soapy warmth. Feel the sensation envelop you. Notice how the heat seeps into your skin, creating a space of warmth, a retreat from the coolness of the evening air. The dishes emerge from their day, waiting patiently. And you pick up the first plate, a simple white canvas, now marked with remnants of a beloved meal. As you hold the plate, take a moment to observe its texture, smooth, cool, its surface slightly curved under your fingers. The sponge glides across, caressing and soothing the surface. With each sweep, you feel the hard remnants dissolve and loosen, and in this moment, there is no rush. Each rise and fall of your breath mirrors the motion as you wash away the day, one plate at a time. Listen to the sound of the water splashing gently, the rhythm soft and consistent. Perhaps it reminds you of a distant ocean, waves rolling into the shore, caressing the earth. In this kitchen, you find your own shoreline, the steady cadence of your actions, bringing you back to this moment, the here and now, where all else fades into the background. You move to the next dish, a colorful bowl cradling memories of laughter and warmth. As you scrub, the colors dance in the light, a mosaic of experience unfolding before your eyes. Each bubble that forms upon the surface carries with it the laughter shared, the moments cherished. What stories lie within these curves? What whispers? Laced between bites of food and sips of drink, with your hands submerged, feel the texture of the sponge, its gentle resilience against your palms. You notice how it yields to your movements, and in this give and take, how you, too, yield to the experience, surrendering to the act of washing. Each dish becomes a meditation. It's a marker of gratitude for the nourishment provided and the connections forged in the quiet solitude. Thoughts may rise like ships upon the horizon, beckoning for your attention. Some carry the weight of worries, while others unfurl memories of past joys. Gently, you watch them pass by, acknowledging their presence without attachment, allowing them to drift back into the sea of your mindful awareness. You dip a cup into the soothing embrace of the soapy water, the familiar handle fitting snugly into your grasp. As you wash it, you find your mind easing, clarity emerging like light breaking through the clouds. In this simple act, your thoughts begin to settle. It's the noise of the outside world growing distant. You hear the subtle symphony of life continuing. Beyond your kitchen, the patter of rain intensifying, the distant rumble of thunder a reminder of nature's power. Yet here, in your sanctuary, all is calm. Each moment feels expansive, ripe with possibility. The movement of your hands, the warmth of the water, and the rising steam create a tapestry of presence. Continuing your rhythmic movements, stack the cleansed dishes upon a rack, one by one, letting them dry in the quiet air. Each piece finds a place of belonging, a moment of completion in the dance of your evening. Take a breath, savoring the peace that envelops you. The stillness washing over like a gentle tide. As you finish, turn your gaze towards the window. The raindrops are now a symphony, filling the space with a soothing melody that invites reflection. In this moment of stillness, recognize how the rhythms of life unfold continuously, how they shape and mold our experiences. It is this very presence that carries you through both in the depths and the shallow moments of the day, with the last of the dishes taken care of. You dry your hands on a towel, the fabric soft and comforting against your skin. In this act of completion, you find renewal, a gentle release. The day has offered its gifts, and you have received them fully and wholeheartedly. Take a moment to stand still, feeling the gravity of the ground beneath your feet, the texture of the air that cradles you. Listen to the sustained whisper of the rain, like a lullaby for your spirit, a reminder of the ever-flowing ease of existence. As you step away from the kitchen, carry this moment with earring space of grounding, of peace, a reminder that amidst the waves of life, there exists a stillness that you can always return to. Here, in the heart of your experience, you find clarity and calm, an anchor in the vast ocean of being. When you choose to engage with the ordinary, to wash away the mundane, you open the door to the extraordinary. Right here in the present moment, embrace this knowing and let it settle softly within. For within you lies the sanctuary of stillness, ready to be encountered again and again. In this moment, let your breath be your guide. Take a deep, gentle inhale, and as you exhale, imagine the weight of the world softening just for now. Feel the sensation of air filling your lungs. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, inviting you into the present moment. Allow the sounds around you to wash over you, perhaps the whisper of a breeze, the rustling of leaves, or the gentle hum of life. In this very moment, you are here, now, open to the experience that unfolds in a quiet kitchen. The light filters softly through the window, casting a warm glow on the humble space. The sun, in its gentle descent, dances with the dust motes that hang in the air, celebrating the end of another day. The table is set with remnants of a meal shared, plates, forks, and the lingering aroma of spices intertwined with memories. It is here that you stand, ready to embrace the simple act of washing the dishes. As you turn on the tap, the sound of water rushing fills the room, a symphony of clarity that invites you to tune in. The water cascades, cool and refreshing, creating a connection, a bridge between the outside world and this small sanctuary. As you pick up the first dish, feel the cool ceramic in your hands. Notice the pattern on it, perhaps small flowers or simple stripes, stories etched into their surface. As you run it under the water, the droplets dance like tiny jewels, glistening and rolling. The water hugs the dish, releasing the remnants of the meal. Just as you can release your thoughts, your to-do list, and the care you might carry, with a soft cloth in hand, begin to wash the plate, focusing on each movement. Feel the warmth of the soapy water gliding over your fingers. The suds begin to foam and rise, as if inviting you to play in their delicate froth. Each stroke of your hand is a meditation, an opportunity to explore texture and form. The world outside fades, leaving just you, the plate, and the water, each a moment in a continuous flow. As you rinse the dish, feel the stream of water transform its surface, cleansing away what was, making it anew. The sound of the water gurgling in the sink becomes a gentle mantra, reminding you that life, too, ebbs and flows. You let go of the notion that this is a chore. Instead, it becomes a practice of presence. You reach for another dish, a deep bowl. This time, its edges curved like a welcoming embrace. You remember the laughter that echoed around the table when it was filled, the stories shared, the connections deepened over meals. With each swipe of the cloth, you wash not just the bowl, but the memories that linger, cherishing them while allowing anything that no longer serves you to slip away. With every dish you clean, surroundings dissolve deeper into the background. The sound of the water splashes with life, and the fragrant scent of the soap invites a sense of clarity. In this mindful act, the present moment envelops you, wrapping around like a warm shawl on a cool evening. You become aware of the thoughts that drift through your mind, perhaps reminders of appointments, worries of the future, or echoes of the past. Instead of clinging to them, you let them float by, like leaves carried on a gentle stream. Each time a thought arises, you acknowledge it, allowing it to be there. Then gently return your focus to the warmth of the water and the rhythm of your movement. Now, the sounds of your surroundings become more pronounced. The clock ticks softly in the background, marking the passing moments, a reminder of time's quiet march. Outside, birds sing their evening songs, weaving a melody that intertwines with your activity, creating an orchestra of the mundane. This, too, becomes part of your meditation. As you finish washing the last dish, a sense of accomplishment washes over you, infused with peace. The sight of the clean dishes stacked neatly brings a sense of order to the world, a small reflection of your inner state. You take a moment to savor the stillness, the gentle quiet that has settled into the kitchen. With one last glance around your sanctuary, you notice the droplets of water pooling in the sink, glinting like tiny stars caught in the light. There is beauty here, in the simplicity, in the act of being present. You realize that within these moments lie not just tasks, but invitations to engage fully with life, to tap into the richness that exists in the everyday. As you step away from the sink, remember how the act of washing the dishes has served as a gentle reminder of the importance of presence. Each moment carries within it the potential for mindfulness. It's an opportunity to connect with the simplicity and beauty of life as it unfolds. In this quiet space, you find not just a clean kitchen, but a whisper of stillness within yourself, a soft beacon reminding you that here, now, is where peace resides. In the gentle embrace of now, let us pause together. Take a moment to settle into the quietude of the breath, feeling the air enter and leave your body, a soft wave lapping against the shore of your being. Close your eyes if it feels right, inviting. In the world, through senses awakened by stillness, allow the thoughts that dance in your mind to come and go like leaves carried on a stream. Here, in this sacred space of presence, let us wander into a simple moment where beauty quietly unfolds and peace waits to be uncovered. The sun ascends softly in the sky, casting a warm light across the kitchen where Emma finds herself alone. The day looms ahead, filled with tasks, but for now, the quiet hum surrounds her like a gentle blanket. She stands at the sink, hands poised over the warm water, the familiar sensation of life flowing through her fingers as she turns on the faucet. The sound of water fills the air with a soothing rhythm, its cascading movement creating a melody that resonates in the stillness. She watches as clear droplets tumble down, glistening like small diamonds in the sun's embrace. The water spirals into the basin, swirling with a quiet energy, inviting her to join its dance. With a sponge in hand, she reaches for the first plate, its surface cool against her touch. She breathes deeply, the aroma of soap inviting warmth and comfort, wrapping her in its gentle scent. The texture is smooth. The porcelain feels reassuring and solid. As she begins to wash, she immerses herself in the act, feeling the froth of bubbles gathering. It's like tiny clouds that pop and dissipate under her gentle fingers. Each stroke of the sponge is a meditation in motion, carrying with it the stresses of yesterday, cleansing away the distractions that threaten to cloud her mind. She watches as the plate transforms from dirty to clean, the process reflecting a quiet unfolding. It's much like the rise of the day here. The world blurs into the background, and only the water, the plate, the sponge, and her breath remain. The colors of the kitchen, the soft whites of the cabinets, the warm browns of the wooden countertop come alive, cradled in the sunlight pouring through the window, illuminating the space that has been her sanctuary for years. She moves from plate to glass, noting the weight of it in her palm, feeling the coolness meet the warmth of her hand. Tiny drops slide down the sides, sparkling like stars as they fall. Each vessel that she cleans holds a story, a memory, a shared meal filled with laughter and love. In those moments, the rhythm of washing transforms into a sacred act of honoring connection. As people who once gathered around her table, each rinse under the flowing water becomes a release, a letting go of the day's weariness. The sensation of the warm water enveloping her hands feels both invigorating and calming, washing away fragments of tension that had woven themselves through her body. She is here, and nothing else matters. The world outside fades, leaving just the present moment with its whispers of peace in the gentle repetitiveness of the task. Thoughts arise like clouds passing overhead. What will I do later? Did I forget something? And yet, she allows them to float by without attachment, acknowledging their presence, but not inviting them to settle. The rhythm continues. She places the clean dishes in a neat stack. Beside the sink, their surfaces gleaming in the sun's warm glow, each one a reflection of her presence and care. She notices how the bubbles have created a fine film on her hands, and she marvels at how small details tell stories far greater than the chores they entail. As she washes, she recalls the laughter of her children, the way they splashed water as they played, their faces alight with joy. Each memory carries a weight of love light, yet substantial, reminding her of the beauty found in the simplicity of shared moments. The happiness captured in a single meal, in a fleeting glance across the table, resonates throughout her being, filling her heart with warmth akin to the sunlight streaming in. Time flows elastically, and with each rounded stroke of the sponge, Emma acknowledges the sacredness of now this intimate dance with water. Each dish a small revolution of mindfulness, affirming her presence in a life that often rushes by. Her breath deepens, and she feels a wave of contentment sweeping over her. This moment is enough. Finally, The last dish stands momentarily still in her hands, catching glints of diamond light. She cradles it with care, recognizing that this too is a meditation, the completion of a cycle, a testament to the beauty of the ordinary and invitation to remain anchored in the present, where everything is as it should be. Gently placing the last dish in its rightful place, Emma allows herself a moment of stillness. In the quiet aftermath, she reflects on the simple, rich conversation she has just had with the mundane. Each breath feels full, filled with gratitude for the present moment, for the water that flows, and for the life that is. She may find herself returning to the busyness of the day, yet a deep sense of stillness now resides within her, a reminder that in each moment, no matter how small, the practice of mindfulness can open up a vast world of peace and connection. As you settle into this moment, allow yourself to take a deep breath, slowly inhaling through your nose, feeling the cool air fill your lungs, then gently releasing it through your mouth. Notice the weight of your body, perhaps against a chair, or the ground beneath your feet. The world outside may be bustling, yet here, in this sacred moment, you are invited to simply be. Your thoughts may flit like the wings of a bird. Serve them without clinging, without judgment. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable, okay? And let the warmth of your breath become your anchor, drawing you gently into the present. Together, let us journey into a story, an ordinary experience imbued with extraordinary presence. It was autumn in the small town of Willow Creek. Panned, the golden light of early afternoon cascaded through the branches of the oak trees, casting dapples of warm color onto the sidewalk. Philip, a middle-aged man with a gentle demeanor, found himself wandering through the park, enveloped in the stillness that only a cool autumn day could bring. Leaves rustled above, a soft whispering of nature, drawing him deeper into its aid. Embraced with each step, Philip felt the crunch of fallen leaves underfoot, tender whispers of rustling life that had known the seasons before. He paused, his attention drawn to a single leaf, bright crimson against the muted browns and golds that surrounded it. It hung precariously at the edge of a branch, fluttering delicately, caught in a dance with the wind. The world fell away, the bustling streets, the hum of distant cars. All that remained was this moment and the leaf, a testament to impermanence. As he watched, he noticed how the leaf swayed effortlessly, surrendering to the gentleness of the breeze. Philip inhaled, filling his lungs with the crisp air that smelled of earth and change. And as he exhaled, he felt a subtle tenderness toward the leaf's journey. In its own way, the leaf was no different than he, clinging lightly to the branch, a momentary fixture in an ever-changing world. Time slipped away as he simply stood there, the sun warming his back, the wind brushing against his cheeks like a lover's caress. Thoughts drifted in and out: what he had for breakfast, the emails he ought to answer, yet they were like shadows dancing on the periphery of his mind. He welcomed them with curiosity, nodding to their existence without judgment, inviting the spaciousness in the here and now. A gentle flutter disturbed the tranquil air. The leaf, once so firmly attached, quivered and finally let go, spiraling gracefully downward. Philip marveled at its descent, a slow, unhurried journey, never rushing, never fearing the fall. Twirled and glided, caught in the currents of the air, embodying poise and grace. Philip followed its flight with rapt attention, wondering at the freedom it represented as the leaf landed softly on the ground. A soft sigh escaped his lips, a release of something he hadn't known he was holding. The ground welcomed the leaf, a bed of brown earth and vibrant colors that surrounded it, as if to say, "You are home now." In this moment, Philip felt the recognition of loss and arrival, a poignant reminder that every ending is, in its own way, a beginning, With his senses fully alive, he turned his head and listened to the laughter of children playing nearby, their joy echoing across the park. The high-pitched squeals mingled with the rustle of more leaves overhead, creating a symphony of life, a celebration of existence. Filled with warmth, he took another deep breath, feeling the rhythm of life pulse through him. This was the essence of being, he realized. The bliss found within the simple act of witnessing, no need to chase after dreams or solidify moments. Everything was here, alive, interconnected. He allowed himself a small smile of gratitude for the leaves, the children, the cool breeze that whispered tales of moments past. He found a bench, its surface worn with time, yet sturdy and inviting. Sitting down, he closed his eyes again, allowing the sensations to wash over him. The sun was warm on his face. He could feel the earth solid beneath him, anchoring him in the present. And as he sat in stillness, new thoughts emerged, the conversations he had been avoiding, the connections longing to be rekindled. He met them softly, like old friends, acknowledging their presence without judgment. With the sounds of playful laughter dancing in his ears and the vivid tapestry of fallen leaves surrounding him, Philip began to let go, not just of thoughts, but of the weight of expectation he had carried. He was free here, in this moment, a leaf upon the breath of the wind. As the afternoon sun began to dip lower in the sky, soft shadows stretching across the ground, he felt an urge to rise. He took one last gaze at the crimson leaf, which now lay among its golden companions, a part of the collective beauty of the earth. In its stillness, he found a reflection of his own heart, a gentle reminder of his place in the tapestry of life. He stood, feeling the warmth linger in his body, and walked back through the park, each step a meditation, each breath a reminder of the present moment. The world buzzed around him, but within his heart there resided a newfound serenity, a quiet understanding that life would continue to unfold in unexpected ways. In the quiet aftermath of this experience, Philip carried with him a piece of the autumn's song, a tender reminder that in every moment there exists both departure and arrival. The act of simply being rooted like the trees in light as the leaves invited to calm into the chaos of life. And as he returned to his daily rhythms, his heart whispered a simple truth. There is peace in embracing the flow and surrendering to the gentle currents of existence. Each breath, each moment, a chance to reconnect with the stillness that resides within. In the gentle embrace of this moment, let us find stillness together. Close your eyes if you like, and take a deep breath, okay? Inhale slowly, feeling the coolness of the air fill your lungs. And then exhale softly, releasing any tension that you may have unknowingly gathered. Allow yourself to arrive fully right here, right now, as the world outside fades into a distant hum. Imagine the sensations of your body grounding you to this very spot, your feet resting on the earth, your heart beating steadily within you. Let each beat remind you of your connection to this very moment, where every breath becomes a leaf floating on a river, gently carried along, never rushing, never grasping. Just be, and let us begin our story in the heart of a quiet kitchen. Sunlight streams through the window, casting warm patterns on the floor, like an artist playing with golden paint. In the sink, a small pile of dishes rests, waiting patiently, each plate and cup whispering tales of meals shared, laughter echoing around the table. The air is tinged with scents of rosemary and garlic, remnants of a love-infused dinner that had taken place just hours ago, nourishing not only bodies, but spirits as well. As you step closer to the sink, you feel the coolness of the ceramic tile beneath your feet, grounding you further into this space. You roll up your sleeves, feeling the soft cotton against your skin, a gentle invitation to engage with the task at hand. Water begins to flow, a gentle, rhythmic cascade that sings as it meets the metal basin. the sound resonating in harmony with your heartbeat. With each dish you lift, you become aware of its unique texture, the smoothness of the plates, the rough edges of the cast iron skillet, the delicate glass of the wine glasses. You immerse them in the warm, soapy water, the bubbles rising like tiny stars, glistening in the light. Here you are, connected to the mundane yet extraordinary act of washing dishes. Each movement a dance in the symphony of life. As you scrub the first plate, the sponge glides across its surface with a soft, smoothing motion back and forth, as if you were tracing the contours of a beloved memory. You become aware of the sounds around you, the soft gurgle of water draining, the distant chirping of birds outside, a reminder that the world continues to turn. Even as you remain in this intimate moment, thoughts may come drifting in like clouds, bringing with them remnants of the day, the tasks left undone, conversations you had, the worries that sometimes speak too loudly. Acknowledge them, but allow them to drift by, not clinging or pushing away. Instead, focus on the sensation of the sponge working against the plate, soothing rhythm bringing you back to the present as you rinse each dish under the flow of fresh water. Notice the way it cascades elegantly around the curves, the droplets spilling like tiny jewels that shimmer before falling into the basin below. Feel the warmth of the water and the coolness as it runs over your fingers, energizing you, waking you to the sensation of being alive. Let this feeling wash over you, an embodiment of life. It's present and immediate. Placing the clean dishes on the drying rack, you take a moment to simply observe. The light highlights every curve, every shadow, and every shifting gallery of everyday beauty. Each dish has a story, a cherished moment embedded in the fabric of your life. There is a profound gratitude blooming within you, a recognition of the simple joys. You're reminded of the power in each tiny act, a connectedness threading through the fabric of daily existence. You feel your breath settle, hailing the warm, soapy scent mixed with the soft aroma of the rosemary that still clings to your fingers. With each exhale, release the weight of being elsewhere. Here, in this gentle sanctuary of the kitchen, it is enough just to be present. The world outside may revolve in chaos, but here you find peace. As the last dish dries, you look around. The kitchen, each corner illuminated by the golden light of the setting sun. Everything feels alive, the wooden cutting board imbued with stories of meals past, the potted herbs leaning slightly toward the window, reaching for the light. Just as you reach for calm within, the kitchen is a vessel of memories, and you reside within it, a caretaker of both space and story. With a final glance at the shining dishes, you take a moment to reflect, seeking the stillness that exists even amidst the gentle clatter of daily life. The world is vast and complex, yet in this moment, you find clarity, a perfect fractal where simplicity and depth reside. The small responsibility of washing dishes becomes a reminder of the inherent beauty of being present, of seesawing between the rhythm of tasks and the stillness of awareness. As you step away from the sink, letting the water trickle away, you carry with you the essence of stillness, a subtle glow that resides in your heart. With each action you take, may you remember the soothing presence of mindfulness, an echo of peace you can return to again whenever life calls for your attention. Returning to this moment, let the warmth of your experience settle within you like soft rays of sunlight at day's end. Know that within the fabric of daily life lies a sanctuary of stillness and clarity, waiting patiently to be embraced. As you gently open your eyes, carry this feeling of peace with you, grounded in the present, open to whatever unfolds next. Just as each dish reflects the light in the room, so too does your presence reflect the beauty of this momentary journey. And in this reflection, may you always find your way back home. Inhale softly, drawing the breath deep into your belly. and feel the coolness of the air as it enters, then warms against your lungs. Hold that gentle fullness for a moment, and when you release, let go of any tension that is nestled within. You allow your shoulders to drop, your brow to unfurl. Here, in this moment, you are neither the thoughts swirling through your mind, nor the worries tethered to your heart. You are the observer, resting on the edge of awareness, ready to immerse yourself in the sacredness of now. Imagine a warm room filled with the tender sound of water softly cascading, as if inviting you to pause and witness the beauty of the ordinary. There is a story waiting to be discovered in the act of simply being. It was a late afternoon, and the sun, hanging low in the sky, painted everything in hues of gold and bronze. The warm sunlight pooled on the kitchen counter, casting gentle shadows that danced like soft whispers against the tiled wall. This was a moment to savor. Jessica entered the kitchen, her hands slightly chilly from a brisk walk earlier in the day. She first noticed the sink filled with dishes, remnants of a simple yet joyful breakfast shared with her partner, plates with remnants of berry-stained yogurt, mugs cradling the dregs of coffee, and a solitary knife lying beside an empty butter dish. It was a small sign, but one that pulsed with the rhythm of daily life as she gathered the dishes. The coolness of the porcelain sent a ripple of sensation through her palms. Each piece seemed to tell a story, as if the edges of the chipped plates held echoes of laughter and quiet conversation. She brought them to the soapy water, the warm currents cascading over her fingers, enveloping her in a soothing embrace. With each dish she collected, she felt a stirring within. The way the water lapped gently at the sides of the sink resonated, like the gentle breath of the earth. The act of washing began to unfold itself, revealing layers of presence hidden beneath the surface of routine. Here, with the scent of soap wafting through the air, she focused on each movement, each caress of dish against his touch. She dipped the sponge into the soapy water and watched as bubbles floated gracefully, catching the light, gleaming with iridescent colors. There was something enchanting in this, she thought, as if each bubble was a tiny universe poised for a moment before it popped. Turning to the mundane elements of air and water, as she began to wash a plate, she noticed how her hand moved in a slow, circular motion, almost dancing on the surface. The plate seemed to hum gently beneath her touch. The sound of water splashing against porcelain filled the room like a soft lullaby, a reminder of life flowing continuously, unhurried yet purposeful. Sometimes her thoughts drifted to the to-do lists she kept, the insistent murmurs of I should, tease, and I need to. But each time she returned to the bubbles catching and releasing, floating and dissolving. She let her thoughts drift as easily as the bubbles themselves, without clinging to them, without judging them. It became a practice, this gentle reminder of attention. What does it feel like to be here, to be simply washing a dish? With each rinse and wipe, she became increasingly aware of her breath, the in and out, steady like the rhythm of waves lapping against the shore. The water plopped, splashed, and sank into the basin, a tiny orchestra playing the symphony of the present moment. There was a palpable joy in this simplicity. As she moved to the mugs, each container felt different. The weight, the temperature, even the small curves of the handles, all uniquely inviting her to explore. In this unhurried state, she embraced the transitions, all the sensations of warm mug against cool hand, smooth ceramic, droplets of water falling like tiny teardrops around her, reminding her of their connection to something greater. Her partner entered the kitchen, a soft smile illuminating their face. They leaned against the doorframe, their presence a quiet support. You look peaceful, they said, the sound of their voice blending with the symphony of the sink. Jessica responded with a gentle nod, void of the need to explain or embellish. Together, they shared this sacred space, the dishes becoming less a chore and more a shared moment of sanctuary. Her partner stepped in to help. And together, they formed a choreography of water and warmth, lifting, rinsing, drying, and placing each item back in its place until the sink became an altar of order once again. As the last dish was placed neatly on the drying rack, Jessica noticed how the sunlight caught the edges of the glass, transforming it into a prism of colors that danced along the wall. Beautiful reminder of life's interconnectedness and transience. In this moment, the kitchen became a haven, echoing with the laughter and warmth they had created. The tapestry woven from love and presence. The chores, often seen as mundane, transformed into a celebration of the everyday, a deep well of gratitude for these small yet profound moments. She understood that washing dishes was not merely about cleanliness, but a beautiful act of care for herself, for her partner, for their shared life as they stood together, hands dripping, hearts open. The world outside drifted softly past. Cars moved in the distance. Birds chirped their evening song. But inside, there was stillness, a rooted sense of belonging. The awareness that life, with all its complexity, could be embraced fully in the simplest of acts as long as we pause, breathe, and truly see. As you take a moment now to draw in a deep breath, feel the weight of your body resting upon this earth, the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in, breathe out. The act of being present in the flow of life is, in itself, an exquisite dance of connection and stillness. Just like washing dishes, every breath, every heartbeat invites you to engage deeply with the present moment, with compassion for yourself and the world around you. As you carry this awareness forward, take with you the understanding that beauty resides in the simplicity of the everyday, waiting patiently for you to notice. In the soft embrace of this moment, allow yourself to settle, just as the day softly yields to dusk. Breathe in the quiet rhythm of life surrounding you, feeling the air gently fill your lungs, nourishing and alive. As you exhale, let go of the weight of the past, the worries of tomorrow, and let this present moment cradle you. Feel the floor beneath your feet, the texture of your clothing against your skin, perhaps the flutter of your heartbeats. With each breath, invite in a sense of stillness, a gentle space where thoughts can drift and settle. It's like leaves upon a serene pond. Close your eyes and picture a late afternoon in a small kitchen. The sun dips low in the sky, casting tender golden light across the room. It spills through the window like a warm embrace, and as you stand by the sink, the world outside slows, inviting you to pause and breathe. You turn on the tap, and the water begins to flow. Listen to it as it dances and cascades, each droplet a small whisper in the vastness of silence. There is something comforting, almost rhythmic, about the sound of water. It washes over the dishes piled before you, each plate a small universe, filled with its own stories, its own remnants of meals shared and laughter exchanged. You pick up the first dish, its surface still warm from the leftovers it held. Feel the coolness of the water as you place it under the stream. Notice how the water glides effortlessly over the surface, a gentle current. With the soft touch of a sponge, you begin to caress the dish. The texture responds under your fingertips, yielding and glistening. As you wipe away the remnants of the meal, it is as though you are washing away the day itself. The worries and toodles dissolving like soap bubbles in the air. The scent of the dish soap rises to meet you. Bright and fresh, perhaps a hint of lemon or lavender, held deeply, allowing the fragrance to blend with the scent of warmed wood and the lingering aroma of spices that filled the air. This is a quiet moment, suspended in time, a bridge between the past and the now. Each bubble that forms and pops is a tiny reminder of the fleeting nature of life, of how moments are crafted and dissolved in the flow of experience. As you move to the next dish, mug cradled in your hands, notice the way the warmth of the ceramic contrasts with the cool touch of the water. Each mug has held stories, the smile shared over morning coffee, the quiet solace found in evening tea, scrubbing it softly. You remember these cherished moments, letting them wash over you, like the water itself, blessing them with your attention. Embrace the memories, just as you embrace the act of cleaning. Both a preparation for what is yet to come and a letting go of what is past. The sun shines a little deeper. Shadows begin to stretch, and a stillness envelops the kitchen, a cocoon of simplicity that holds you close. Allow your mind to rest as you sink deeper into this ordinary task. Notice how thoughts arise, like bubbles that crest and pop in the frothy water. They come and go, but none need hold your attention. You are here, present, watching the play of light and water, an observer in gentle communion with the everyday across the counter. A wooden bowl holds the remnants of an earlier gathering, crumpled napkins, the leftover bits of food. What a perfect metaphor, you think, for life's abundance and the evolution of experiences. Gently gather the bowl's contents and allow the water to wash them away, freeing both the bowl and the memories it held. Imagine how each thing, once cherished, can also be released. How it can enrich without weighing down with each dish you wash. You let go of another piece of expectation. Every flick of your wrist, a lesson in non-attachment. As you rinse each item, feel the weight of them drifting away, replaced by lightness and clarity. The clink of dishes against one another forms a soothing symphony, reminder that even in the mundane, harmony can be found. You finish the last plate and take a moment to stand still, allowing the stillness to fill you. Water drips from the faucet, refracting the light like tiny prisms dotting the countertop, a reminder of beauty found in simplicity. As you dry your hands on a soft towel, notice the gentle fabric against your skin, the sensation lingering, grounding you even further, just outside the window. The world continues to shift, the leaves rustle in a gentle breeze, birds call out to one another, and the sky transitions into hues of lavender and deepening blue. All of this ever-changing and yet remarkably constant. You catch a breath of the evening air, crisp and cool, and allow yourself to feel gratitude for this moment and every moment that leads to it. As you step away from the sink, take a final glance at the kitchen, now peaceful and ordered, a reflection of your mindful presence. Feel the wonder of having embodied the ordinary with attention and love. Know that every act, no matter how small, can be a portal to awareness, a bridge to serenity. Let this understanding linger as you return to the broader world, gentle reminder that peace can be cultivated within, in the soft whispering of water and the tender moments of our everyday lives. In a world that often rushes forward, let us take a moment to pause, to breathe, to gently arrive in this very moment. Feel the softness of the air around you as it hugs your skin like an old friend. Allow your mind to settle like leaves on still water and draw your attention inward, where a symphony of sensations and thoughts awaits. In this space of calm, we are invited to witness the ordinary, to discover the profound within the mundane. Let us open ourselves to the story that unfolds before us, weaving a thread of mindfulness through the fabric of daily life. The day began softly, swaddled in a gentle light that poured through the window panes, spilling golden warmth onto the kitchen floor. The air was alive with the faint echo of birdsong from the garden outside, the rustle of leaves whispering secrets to the morning breeze. Lila, with her hands wrapped around a warm mug of tea, felt this calm seep into her bones. This was her sanctuary, a small kitchen, touched by the chaos of the world beyond its walls. As she sipped slowly, she noticed the steam curling upwards, dancing gracefully as it met the stillness of the air. She set the mug down and turned toward the window, where a rich tapestry of color unfolded. Outside, the flowers bloomed in careless abandon, their petals gently kissed by the soft fingers of the wind. It was here, in this moment of stillness, that Lila felt the pull of the day ahead. Yet her heart remained anchored to the present. The dishes awaited her, a quiet mountain of porcelain, a mosaic of memories from shared meals, laughter, and whispered conversations. She approached the sink, the coolness of the water inviting and refreshing. As she opened the tap, the water tumbled forth, a bubbling stream that mirrored the river of her thoughts. With each dish she picked up, she inhaled deeply, welcoming the scent of soap, mingling with the day's early aromas. Lila immersed herself in this simple task, feeling the smoothness of the plates slide through her fingers, the ridges of the glasses catching the light. Each piece was an old friend, each curve and dent a story waiting to be told. She washed with intention, the rhythm of her hands syncing with the gentle lapping of water and the soft clink of ceramic against ceramic. With every scrape of the sponge against the surface, a thought floated to the surface of her mind. How often had she rushed through this daily ritual, her mind wandering to tasks unfulfilled, to worries not yet realized? Today was different. Today, the dishes were not merely a chore, but a canvas for Mindfulness. The water spilled over her hands, warm and comforting, like a hug around her wrists. She felt the bubbles froth and pop, the fleeting sensations reminding her of how alive she truly was. She turned her thoughts outward, listening to the symphony of the morning. The hum of distant traffic faded in and out like a heartbeat, interspersed with the sweet notes of laughter that drifted from a group of children outside, their joy painting the air with innocence. As Lila rinsed the dishes, she could feel tension releasing from her body, the weight of not just the plates, but of expectations sliding away into the liquid embrace of the sink. Each rinse was an invitation to let go, to settle more deeply into the present moment. She watched as the bubbles danced and flickered, spiraling downward in a gentle whirlpool, their life fleeting. Just like each moment, amidst this dance, Lila's thoughts flickered back to the past weekend, a warm gathering filled with friends, shared stories, and lingering glances. A soft smile graced her lips, the memories washing over her like the sudsy water that cascaded around the dishes. She paused, taking a moment to imagine each friend, to feel gratitude swelling in her chest. This small act of washing the dishes was not just about cleanliness. It was about honoring those moments, acknowledging the presence of love and connection that they embodied. Finishing the dishes, Lila wiped her hands on a towel, warmth spreading through her fingers as she dried her palms. Her gaze shifted to the window again, where the morning sun streamed in, illuminating the kitchen and drawing her attention to the simple beauty of life unfolding outside. Each leaf, each fluttering petal, each ray of sunlight felt like a reminder of all the small joys often overlooked. She understood then that mindfulness was not a destination, but a pathway of moving through her world, one moment at a time. Just as the dishes transformed from dirty to clean, so too did her perspective shift from hurried to present, from anxiety to gratitude. As she turned her back to the sink, a gust of wind entered through the open window, a playful breeze that tousled her hair and whispered sweet nothings against her cheek. It stirred a sense of freedom within her, beckoning her to step outside, to breathe deeper, to engage fully in the unfolding day. And so, she took a moment longer to stand there, feeling the sun's warmth on her skin, the laughter of the children still echoing in her ears. The kitchen, once just a room filled with dishes and chores, now felt like a sacred space, a vessel for transformation, a heartbeat of home. In that small kitchen, standing before the nurturing light of the morning, Lila cultivated a quiet sense of peace that resonated deep within her. She had woven together moments of stillness amidst the swirl of daily life, discovering that within every mundane task lay the potential for beauty and insight. As she stepped away from the sink, she carried with her the gentle reminder that Mindfulness was always available, waiting patiently to be embraced in the open window of her heart. In this moment, as you settle into your space, take a gentle breath, drawing in the air around you. Hold it fill your lungs, cool and nourishing. Then exhale softly, releasing any tension, any busyness that clings to your being. Let your body find its natural rhythm, a peaceful ebb and flow. The world outside may still be rushing, but here, in this breath, in this moment, everything is quiet. Allow the weight of the day to melt away as you prepare to embark on a journey through the simple act of being present. Picture yourself in a cozy kitchen, the sunlight spilling through the window, casting warm, golden rays across the countertop. Dishes lie before you, a small mountain of porcelain and glass that glistens with promise. Each plate and cup holding stories of shared meals and laughter. You stand there, anchored in this space, the gentle hum of the world outside melding with the soft rhythm of your thoughts as you reach for the first dish, cool and smooth in your hands. A sense of connection blooms. This simple object, once filled with nourishment, now rests in stillness, awaiting your care. The water runs a soft murmur filling the sink with its crystalline cascade. Each droplet dances in the light, creating a symphony that intertwines with your breath. You pause, allowing the sound to wash over you, grounding you in this present moment, placing the dish into the warm water. You feel the heat embrace your fingers, a comforting reminder of the life entwined in these objects. As you gather the soap, it bubbles playfully, releasing a fragrant swirl of lavender and citrus. Bring your focus back to the task at hand. With each gentle stroke of the sponge, you welcome in the warmth of creation. A rhythm that mimics the gentle waves of the ocean. The sponge glides across the dish, and with each pass, you begin to notice the textures, the soft curves, the delicate patterns etched into the surface. A sense of gratitude emerges. This dish has carried food, joy, and moments shared with loved ones. In this slow dedication, your heart opens, embracing the simple joy of caring for what nourishes you. Both physically and emotionally, you move through the task, each dish an opportunity to be present. It's a clinking of glass as you rinse a wine. Glass brings a smile, a memory of laughter shared over a candlelit table. As the water runs over your hands, you feel a delightful coolness, contrasting with the warmth of your thoughts. You breathe into this sensation, allowing it to anchor you further into the now. While cleaning, your mind may wander, flitting about like a leaf caught in a gentle breeze. A thought arises perhaps about something you need to do later, or a worry that nibbles at the edges of your peacefulness. Without judgment, you observe this thought, a fluttering butterfly in the garden of your mind. You do not chase it. You simply let it drift by, returning your focus to the touch of the sponge against the surface of the next plate. Each dish becomes a portal into this moment. It's a bowl, a cup, a fork, all echoing a life lived, a meal enjoyed. As you wash, you notice the endless cycle of life unfolding, the dishes dirtied, then cleansed, only to be dirtied again. How beautiful it is, this rhythm, its continuous act of giving and receiving. The water swirls around the basin, a gentle whirlpool that holds the remnants of a meal. As you rinse each item, watch their reflections shimmer, a fleeting glimpse of the world around you. The colors dance playfully, with the sunlight casting tiny rainbows on your skin. With each passing moment, allow yourself to be a part of this flow, an integral note in the symphony of existence. Pausing now, let the water run between your fingers. Each droplet, a reminder of impermanence. Each moment, a connection to everything that is. You close your eyes for a moment, and feel the warmth cascading down your arms, the water slipping away, leaving behind a trail of tranquility. In this stillness, there is a profound awareness of being alive, of inhabiting this moment fully, as if time has forgotten its urgency. As you finish washing the last dish, you pause to watch its gleaming surface. The luminous shine reflects the room, the kitchen that has witnessed countless meals, the walls that have absorbed conversations and laughter. This space, this present moment, feels sacred. You become aware of the pulse of life surrounding you, filled with gratitude for the smallness of your tasks and the bigness of your existence within them. Slowly drying the dishes. The soft fabric of the towel against your fingertips grounds you once more in the physicality of the experience. Each pat and rub whispers of care. It is an act of love towards the simple things that hold meaning. With each plate, each cup, you feel a sense of completion, a gentle nod to the effort of living mindfully as you place the last dish upon the drying rack. Take a moment to appreciate the serenity that has unfolded within you. Your heartbeat, the rhythm of the breath, the soft occasional sounds of the world outside all are part of this rich tapestry of life. In the stillness that follows, remember that within the ordinary acts there lies a profound sense of presence, a gentle invitation to return time and again to this moment. You are enough. Here, in the whisper of water and the embrace of now, everything else can wait. Rest in this truth and carry it with you as you step back into the world. In the quiet moments before the world awakes, as dawn tiptoes softly across the horizon, let us settle into the embrace of stillness. Feel the breath as it flows in and out, a gentle wave upon the shore of your being. Notice the sensations of your body, perhaps the weight of your hands resting, the softness of the fabric against your skin. Allow the mind to become aware of the present, like a leaf floating on the surface of a pond, effortless, surrendered. In this space, we will journey together, lulled by the rhythm of nature and the whispers of simple moments, beneath the sheltering embrace of a great maple tree. The rain begins to fall. At first, it is a timid patter, hesitant, as if unsure of its welcome among the vibrant green leaves. Yet, soon the rain gathers courage, transforming into a playful dance that dances down upon the world, kissing the earth with each drop. A woman named Leela sits on her porch, her favorite weathered chair cradling her as she witnesses this delicate symphony. The chair creaks under her slight weight, familiar sound that connects her with the years she has spent in this home. Each syllable of the creak, a sonnet of memory. She inhales deeply, the dampness of the air filling her lungs. The scent of wet earth rises, mingling with the sweet fragrance of blooming lilacs nearby. Leela closes her eyes, allowing herself to slip into the sensation of rain tapping against the roof above. The sound envelops her, a gentle heartbeat that resonates with the rhythm of her own. It is as if the world has slowed, the cacophony of life reduced to this singular, honest melody. She listens, no longer seeking to judge the rain by the lens of her plans for the day. Today, she commits to staying present with each drop. She feels the kiss of the water on her skin, an invitation to be open and vulnerable. She recalls the many layers of her life, the seasons of joy and sorrow, of love and loss. Each moment has shaped her, just like the rain, nourishing the roots of her being, allowing her to grow towards the light. There is no rush, no need for her mind to wander to unfinished tasks or lingering worries. In this moment, all there is rain and breath. The sky darkens, and lightning flickers in the distance, illuminating the trees in brief bursts. Lila doesn't shy away from this spectacle. Instead, she watches as nature's electrical dance illuminates the living canvas around her. Thunder rolls in a deep, resonant voice, reminding her of the power present in the universe and within herself. She feels small and yet infinitely connected, a single note in a vast, harmonious chord. Shifting her attention, she gazes down at her hands, fingers slightly wrinkled from years of gentle labor. She thinks of the meals prepared, the lives nurtured, and the loving touches shared. Each line on her palm is a reminder of the countless moments spent molding dough, planting seeds, and holding hands in comfort and care. In the quiet, she draws attention to the warmth in her heart, feeling gratitude swell gently within her. Like water lapping at the edges of a lake, the rain intensifies. Lila remains unfazed, cocooned in the warmth of her thoughts. She feels raindrops trickle down the bare skin of her arm, tiny, cool rivers flowing toward her wrist. The sensation reminds her of a time years ago when her children splashed joyfully in puddles, their laughter mingling with the rain. How their carefree play opened the doors of her heart. A soft smile blooms on her face as she remembers their muddy feet and grinning faces, the joy of presence radiating from their bright eyes. Each moment slips by like water flowing over stones, shaping the fleeting nature of time. She understands now all of life is like this rain, beautifully unpredictable and rich with texture. As she listens to the soothing symphony, she feels new thoughts rise within her, not as distractions, but as threads of insight. They weave together memories, sensations, and awareness into a tapestry of understanding. Lila shifts her focus to the world around her. She opens her eyes just as a bird flits past, a light silhouette against the darkening backdrop. A flash of color darts into her line of vision as the rain stops momentarily. It is a finch, bright and joyful, as if undeterred by the weather. The bird lands nearby, preening itself in a downpour, shaking off droplets like tiny prisms, refracting light. Lila chuckles softly, appreciating the way life persists regardless of circumstances. How nature embraces both rain and sun without bias. She raises her face, almost as if she is to offer herself to the sky, feeling the final drips of rain cascade onto her skin. These remnants are gifts, remnants of a storm that has come and gone, leaving behind a world washed anew. The air is fresh, alive with the sense of awakening soil and blossoming flooring, an invigorating balm for her soul. It fills her up, encouraging her to become one with the surroundings, to merge with this living moment. Lila takes a breath and lets her shoulders drop, allowing the tension of yesterday to evaporate into the swaying branches above her. She notices the laughter of a child in the distance. The joy is palpable, reminding her of how essential play is to life. She is not merely a spectator in her life. She is a contributor to the joy and a vessel of love that echoes with every heartbeat. With each passing moment, the beauty of now becomes clearer, more vibrant. She leans back into her chair, feeling the sturdy arms cradle her gently. Time feels immaterial here. There is no clock ticking away her minutes. Instead, each moment unfurls like a leaf unfurling to greet the sun. She feels profound peace wrapping around her like a warm blanket on a chilly day. The world slows down, and she immerses herself in its embrace. Just then, the clouds part slightly, revealing a delicate shimmer of sunlight piercing through. It dances upon the grass, casting fleeting shadows that flit and twirl like memories. The light awakens the colors of the earth. The greens are more vibrant, the browns richer, and the air more fragrant with promise. The beauty of the moment unravels like a prayer improvised in silence, as if nature itself articulates what her heart has yearned to understand. As the rain begins to wane and the last drops settle into the ground, Lila feels a sense of closure. The storm has swept through her life for this fleeting moment, yet has left behind the clarity of presence. She realizes the power of slowing down, key of embracing each experience as it comes a lesson imparted by the very rhythm of nature. In this tranquil space, Lila also acknowledges that storms will come and go from her life, just as they do in nature. There will be times of joy and times of uncertainty, and that's perfectly okay. She understands that detachment from the past and future allows her to live fully in the now where joy resides. It's like the first blossom after the rain. As she rises, easing herself from the chair that has seen so many stories, she carries the essence of the moment with her. The sound of rain on leaves lingers in her mind, a melody she can summon at any time, a reminder to return to her breath, to feel her heart beat in unity with the life around her. In the stillness of a moment, in the dance of rain and the song of the heart, lies the richness of existence. Every drop teaches us, every sound invites us to listen. The world is alive, and so are we, vulnerable, beautiful, interconnected. As you move forward, carry the essence of this moment with you, a gentle reminder to breathe and to be present, leaving behind the echoes of a world that is always rushing, and instead finding peace in the simple orchestration of now. In this moment, as you settle into your space, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, expanding gently like a soft wave caressing the shore. As you exhale, release any lingering thoughts or worries, allowing them to slip away like leaves drifting down a tranquil stream. Close your eyes if you wish, and let the world around you fade into a soft murmur, drawing your attention inward. Picture the richness of the present moment, the warmth of the air, the gentle weight of your body supported by the ground beneath you. Here, there is nothing to do, where to go, just the rhythm of your breath guiding you into a stillness that blooms like a flower unfolding. Once upon a time, in a small, sun-dappled kitchen, a woman named Clara found herself standing before the sink, her hands submerged in warm, soapy water. The midday light poured through the window, casting golden beams that danced across the countertop like playful children. Each plate she lifted was a token of a meal shared, a story told, a moment captured in the gentle rhythm of daily life. As she picked up a chipped teacup, she noticed its delicate handle, the thin porcelain warm against her fingertips. She cradled it thoughtfully, allowing the memory of the warm tea she had sipped only hours earlier to wrap around her like a comforting shawl. She felt a moment's pause, a soft whisper of gratitude blooming within her heart. This cup had borne witness to laughter and quiet mornings, to solitude and the company of dear friends. The water swirled around her hands, making soft, gurgling sounds as it embraced the dishes. Each splash was like music, a symphony of ordinary yet beautiful moments. Clara let the sensations wash over, heard the soothing warmth of the water, the gentle soap that bubbled and foamed, the coolness of the ceramic as she rinsed away the remnants of the past meal. She was present in that moment, not hurrying to finish, but immersed in the simple act of cleansing as she moved from cup to plate. She became aware of the rhythmic beat of her heart, steady and calming, like the distant echo of a drum. The world outside the window faded, the bustling noises softened, till all that remained was the unity of her being with this simple task. In and out, the water flowed, and with it, her thoughts began to settle like dust in a sunbeam. Her mind occasionally drifted toward the day's tasks, pulled by the tendrils of to-do lists that loomed larger grocery store run, a phone call to an old friend, a promise to finish a report. But as each thought arose, she saw it like a cloud passing through the vastness of a clear blue sky, acknowledging it without judgment, letting it float on by. She returned her focus gently to the here and now, the warm water welcoming her back into its embrace. Time became elastic. Minutes stretched as she embraced each dish. A fork glistened like a small silver treasure, and she savored the feel of its handle as she scrubbed away the remnants of the last meal. With each stroke, she could feel the stresses of her day dissolve into the mundane, the beauty in its simplicity revealing itself like the face of an old friend. The kitchen was alive with scents, the faint hint of rosemary from the previous night's dinner lingering in the air, mixing with the clean, fresh scent of the soapy bubbles. Clara inhaled deeply, savoring the richness of the moment, the tapestry of smells entwined with her memories. She felt the softness of the sponge in her hand, the gentle pressure against the dish, like a soft caress reminding her, here and now, was the only place she needed to be. As she reached for a wooden spoon, a small flash of sunlight caught its polished surface, reflecting back the warmth of the day. She held it for a moment, tracing the grooves and patterns etched into the wood by countless meals prepared with love. The spoon had stirred many soups and sauces, cradled the ingredients of gatherings and celebrations. It, too, held stories effortlessly woven into the fabric of her day-to-day life. Then she paused to listen. The world outside the kitchen was a soft hum, the wind whispering secrets to the trees. Birds fluttered, their cheerful melodies floating through the air on gentle gusts. A distant dog barked, eliciting a smile as she remembered the joy her own dog brought into her life, the warmth of its fur, the wagging tail that spun joy into every corner of her home. There was no need to chase these thoughts. They drifted alongside her as the water swirled in the sink, creating small whirlpools that sang of connection and calm. Suddenly, a thought arose gently, just as she was washing away the remnants on the dishes. Could she wash away the remnants of her day? Could she let go of frustrations and stress, the trivial worries and burdens that clung like old stains? She found herself an observer, watching this thought flit by like a butterfly in the garden. Beautiful, yet transient. She could let it go. One dish at a time. With renewed focus, she returned to her work. The steady motion of scrubbing and rinsing a meditative dance. The water continued to flow, a steady companion, reflecting her essence, fluid, adaptable, present. She sank deeper into the flow of the moment, aware of the soap bubbles rising, vanishing, and marrying into the water, like fleeting thoughts, fading into the ether as Clara finished the last plate. The sink clear, she stood back for a moment to observe her handiwork. The dishes gleamed, sparkling and clean, a testament to the mindfulness she had woven into this simple act. Her breath flowed freely, a gentle rhythm echoing through her body. It was a good feeling, lightness, clarity, simplicity. In this little corner of her home, she had carved a sanctuary, a welcoming space that whispered of peace and presence. With the last splash, she turned off the tap. The silence that followed wrapped around her like a warm blanket, still and inviting. She reached for a dish towel, her fingers brushing against its texture, rough and soothing, absorbing the leftover moisture of her work. Each cloth soaked up not just water, but also the quiet satisfaction of being fully present, a surrendering to the flow of life itself. As she placed the towel aside, Clara paused for a heartbeat, closing her eyes and taking a moment to simply be. The kitchen was a reflection of her own inner space, bright, full, and alive with possibility. She felt a sense of fullness bloom in her being, a reminder that the act of caring for her home was also caring for herself. And in this stillness, she understood a deeper truth. It was not in the completion of tasks that joy was found, but rather in the act of embodying presence within the task itself. Each moment, no matter how mundane, could glimpse the extraordinary if she allowed herself to be fully immersed, engaged, and grateful as you gently transition back into the world. Carry with you the essence of that kitchen, the warmth of the water, the rhythm of your breath, the softness of stillness. Remember that each moment holds the potential for beauty, for connection. Like Clara at her sink, you can find the sacredness in the ordinary, allowing the whisper of presence to guide you through all that lies ahead. Breathe deeply once more, feeling the grounding energy of this moment, and know that peace resides within you, always ready to be embraced. In this moment, let us take a breath together. Inhale deeply, drawing in the essence of the world around you. Perhaps you feel the air fill your lungs, cool and refreshing, like morning dew on tender leaves. And as you exhale, let the breath carry away the weight of your worries, just as a gentle breeze carries autumn leaves. Allow your mind to soften, your body to relax, and your heart to open, just as the sun rises, warming the earth at dawn. Here, amidst the poetry of the present moment, we shall journey into the beauty found in the simple act of being. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at your kitchen sink. The warm light of the day filtering through the window beside you. The rhythmic sound of water filling the basin echoes softly, a refreshing melody that invites you deeper into this sacred space. As you turn the faucet, the water begins to cascade, each droplet reflecting a miniature universe, shimmering and breaking apart under the light. You pause for just a heartbeat, observing the way the water gurgles and dances, swirling around like playful children in a sunlit park. It feels good, comforting this connection to the element that sustains life. You gently reach for the sponge, its porous texture cool to the touch, and as it glides into the water, you notice how it absorbs everything it encounters, soaking in the life-giving fluid. With deliberation, you begin to wash a plate, its surface cool and smooth in your hand. Scented dish soap envelopes the air with a hint of citrus, elevating the mundane to something extraordinary. You sense the steam rising from the warm water, caressing your face like an embrace, grounding you in this moment. Okay, each swirl of the sponge across the plate becomes a meditation, an exploration of the immediate present. With each stroke, envision yourself engaging with the moment. The sound of the sponge against ceramic allows a soft rhythm to unfold, echoing like a heartbeat, steadfast and reassuring. As the dirt and remnants of previous meals dissolve into the warm embrace of the water, you also feel the weight of tensions, and thoughts around you begin to dissipate, draining away with the rinse. You take a moment to notice your thoughts as they drift in and out, like clouds across a vast sky. Some thoughts are heavy, carrying the burdens of yesterday. Others flit by lightly, like dandelion seeds on the wind. You watch them come and go, allowing them to exist without judgment. No need to cling or push them away. As you move on to the next item, the fork. Its metallic sheen reflects not only the light, but also fragments of your surroundings. You watch as it glistens, picking up the water droplets that cling to its surface. Each clink and splash sound resonates like soft chimes in a gentle breeze, echoing through the quiet sanctuary of your kitchen. You discern the sound of a bird outside, singing its own song, unfurling in tune with the moment. And you find warmth in knowing you shared this continuum of life with creatures and elements alike. Now, your thoughts drift to gratitude. Gratitude for the simple act of nourishment, for the meal shared, for the hands that have prepared them. You think of the laughter and the stories that have passed around the table where this fork has rested before. The senses awaken fully, inviting the memories to awaken with them. A gentle tide of feeling washing over your heart as you place the fork gently in the cooling water. You bring your focus back to the present feel, the slight chill as it slips from your grip. Your attention is drawn to the gentle rhythm of the water lapping against the sink, each wave, each ripple carrying away remnants of the past, cleansing and transforming. With each passing moment, you find less urgency in completing the task. There is no rush. The day surrounds you like a cozy quilt, inviting you to linger in its folds. Quote, you pick up a glass next, the transparency capturing light like the spirit of openness. Slowly, you begin to wash it, the water cascading through its hollow form, revealing the imperfections and scratches, each a story lived, a moment captured as you watch the glass come alive again. You begin to reflect upon the fragility of life, the beautiful and imperfect nature of existence. With each touch of your hand, you feel connected to generations past, those who have held glasses just like this one, shared moments of connection and creation over meals, laughter echoing in spaces just like this. And as you rinse the glass under clear, cool water, you notice how the light refracts, casting rainbows against the wall. It's tiny droplets, catching and reflecting the vast spectrum of colors, so much like the emotions we navigate day to day. This dance of light brings a smile to your lips, a quiet insight. Beauty is everywhere, even in the ordinary. You place the glass on the drying rack, each piece finding its place in a harmony shared with those around you. The kitchen thus transforms from a mere space into a canvas of reflection, connection, and love, a tapestry woven with the fibers of everyday existence. Time slows, the world outside briefly fading from your awareness, and you find joy resting in the act itself, the act of washing, of tending, of caring, of being. You allow yourself to fully embrace this fleeting ebb of time, staying rooted in the here, the now, permitting your knees to soften, huge shoulders to drop. As your task nears its end, you catch sight of a small crystal of water sliding down the edge of the sink, glistening before it falls. It's a moment suspended in time, beautiful and brief, much like life itself. It plummets, disappearing into the depths of the basin below. And in that moment, you understand softly, it is in the surrender to each moment that we find our true essence. With the last dish washed and dried, allow yourself to breathe again, this time with the awareness that you have journeyed through your own moment of mindfulness, fully alive. May you carry this stillness with you, a quiet reminder that within the ordinary lies the extraordinary, waiting to be noticed, cherished, and embraced. As you step away from the kitchen, feel the soft grounding beneath your feet, knowing that here, now, in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. In this moment, let us pause together. Imagine you are sitting on a gentle stream bank, the soft sounds of water flowing nearby, cradled by nature's embrace. Take a slow, deep breath in, feel the air, fill your lungs, nourishing you, and then let it go, releasing any tension, any weight that you carry. Allow your senses to awaken to the world around you, the rustle of leaves in a soft breeze, the warmth of sunlight filtering through the trees. Here, in this stillness, you are invited to explore the flow of your own experience, to meet each moment with an open heart and a quiet mind. Let us journey together. Imagine, if you will, a clear afternoon in a kitchen filled with sunlight. The sunbeams dance against the walls, creating patches of light that sway gently with the breeze. You'll find yourself standing before a sink, half filled with warm, soapy water, surface glistening with tiny bubbles like scattered stars upon a celestial sea. Your hands dip into the water, embracing its warmth, a soothing balm against the world's hurry. As you slide your fingers through the liquid, the sensations awaken. You notice the softness of the sponge as it kisses the plates, cradling them like cherished memories. Each dish holds a story of meals shared, laughter exchanged, and moments savored. As you lift a plate from the water, you hear the soft chiming of porcelain against porcelain, a gentle symphony of sound that resonates in the quiet of the room. The air is fragrant not from cleaning products, but from whatever culinary endeavors they have witnessed. The scent of time lingers faintly, an echo of yesterday's warmth, mingling with the soap's fresh aroma, a reminder of everything that has come before now. As you begin to scrub, feel the texture beneath the sponge's slight grit, the remnants of a meal. Breathe in, breathe out. With each motion, allow your mind to settle on this simple act. Notice how the rhythm of scrubbing mirrors the natural cadence of your breath, each stroke drawing in a sense of calm, each rinse washing away distractions. You focus your attention on the way the water embraces the plate, spiraling around edges like a gentle stream winding through a lush valley. The sound of water leaving the plate, gentle splatters as you rinse, a soft pitter-patter against the sink, like rain kissing the earth With each plate you release into the drying rack. Allow yourself to watch the droplets cling tantalizingly, then splay out, sparkling in the sunlight. Each drop is a moment, a piece of your experience, hanging suspended in time before it slides away and becomes part of the larger whole. You settle into the rhythm of the task, a soft orchestra of water, sponge, and air inviting mindfulness into every nook and cranny of your being. A thought drifts by. The world is often cluttered, filled with the noise of expectation and urgency. Here, in this moment, all that exists is the simple truth of washing dishes. And as you scrub your way through that stack, you sense how the act becomes a meditational dance of presence. Each movement is imbued with intention, and with each dish, release any tightness that might linger within you. Let it flow down the drain, relieved of judgment and concern, washing away into the unknown. Occasionally, thoughts will drift in a fleeting worry about tomorrow or a lingering frustration from earlier in the day. When this happens, gently acknowledge them as you would waves lapping at your feet on the shore. And then turn your focus back to the warm water, to the gentle scrubbing of dish after dish. Here and now, in this moment, you can simply be. A fork sparkles in the sunlight as you give it a final rinse, a humble companion to the plates. There's beauty in its simplicity. It's the culinary tools of our lives. Sit, want a reminder of nourishment, connection, and sustenance as you stack the clean dishes. A sense of accomplishment swells within you, not merely from the completion of a chore, but from the presence you have brought to it. You pause for a moment to admire your handiwork. The drying rack is filled with glistening results of your effort, the remnants of your day transformed into something new and fresh. Outside, the song of birds trills joyously, piercing through the gentle bubbling of water. The breeze carries with it whispers of the world beyond, perhaps a child's laughter, a dog's bark, the rustle of trees. You sink into the sounds, acknowledging how they enrich your solitude. These are reminders that life moves on, weaving through layers of existence, even in this moment of domestic tranquility. As you turn off the water, you do so slowly, intending to close that chapter of your day mindfully. The last little drops tumble carelessly towards the drain, reminding you of the fluid nature of everything that is, that was, and that will be. You wipe your hands on a kitchen towel, the fabric soft against your skin, and gaze around your kitchen field. Now, with serenity, an oasis birthed from a simple act. Letting out a subtle sigh of contentment, you stand in the awareness of the moment, a tangible sense of stillness, settling like dust from an old book, finding rest on its pages in a quiet library. You have woven a thread of mindfulness throughout the fabric of your day. This small experience of washing dishes may seem ordinary, yet it is imbued with the extraordinary essence of being fully present. Complexity dissolves into simplicity, and chaos yields to calm. As you take one last look around the quiet space, you may carry this sense of calm with you, an anchor in the gentle ebb and flow of life's currents. The act of washing the dishes may end, but the awareness lingers, a reminder that stillness can be found in the most mundane tasks, turning the ordinary into moments of deep connection and peace. And perhaps, as you move on to the next part of your day, you will carry with you the whisper of the water, the essence of presence, wherever the tides of life may lead. As the sun begins its slow descent, painting the world in warm, golden hues, pause for a moment and breathe. Let the air fill your lungs, crisp and cool. Each inhale a gentle caress of life itself. Notice the soft rustling of leaves as they whisper secrets to the evening breeze. Allow your mind to settle like the sun slipping beneath the horizon, and be here now in this very moment. Your thoughts, like clouds, may drift in and out, but here, in this space of stillness, you are safe. Together, let us wander into the simplicity of an everyday experience, an invitation to be fully awake and aware. Imagine, if you will, that you are home after a long day. The echoes of the outside world fade as you step through the front door, greeted by the familiar sense of the place you love. There is a comforting warmth in the air, a gentle reminder that this is your sanctuary. You slip off your shoes, feeling the coolness of the wooden floor underfoot, grounding you, as if the earth beneath is welcoming you home. As the day begins to melt away, you notice a small stack of dishes waiting in the sink, remnants of meals shared and laughter exchanged. There is a sense of quiet in your kitchen, the soft hum of the refrigerator harmonizing with the distant chirping of crickets outside. Their song, a lullaby for the waning day. You walk towards the sink, allowing your mind to settle like the twilight air. As you turn on the faucet, the water bursts forth, cascading like a gentle stream, sparkling in the fading light. Feel the warmth of the water flow over your hands, a soothing embrace. Close your eyes for a moment and listen to rhythmic drumming of droplets hitting the porcelain, a steady pulse, heartbeat in the life cycle of your home. You pick up a dish, the cool ceramic smooth against your fingertips. The world outside fades further as you focus on this one thing. You begin to wash, the soap bubbling and frothing like clouds gathered before a storm. The scent of lemon and lavender fills your senses, fresh and invigorating, setting a serene backdrop for this small act of care. As you scrub the plate, imagine each stroke as a brush painting the canvas of your evening with presence, each bubble a tiny joy rising to the surface. As you rinse the plate under the stream of water, watch the soap suds drift away in the current, little boats finding their course downstream. Notice the way the water moves, how it flows and dances around the edges, carving out new shapes with each gentle caress. Allow your thoughts to flow like the water. Some will stick around for a while others will be carried away, unseen. In this moment, there is no urgency, no demand. There is only this dish in your hands and the pure, simple act of washing. You reach for another dish. This one, a bowl. Its surface bears the remnants of a meatless smudge of sauce that tells a story of nourishment, of sustenance. With each scrub, consider the hands that prepared the food, the love that infused those moments of cooking and gathering, the warmth of connection, the joy of shared experience, all captured in this simple bowl. Revel in the myriad of memories, both past and present, that unfold with each swipe of your sponge, with each dish you wash. You carve out space for gratitude amidst the mundane. The glass mugs glimmer in the light as you clean them, translucent and delicate, like bubbles caught in the sun. The clinking of silverware as it joins the other sparkling pieces in the drying rack sounds like laughter echoing through the night air, a symphony welcoming the rising stars. As your hands continue their work, notice the temperature of the water, how it warms your touch, seeping into your skin like the sun warming earth in spring. Each drop that falls from your fingers brings you back to the present, grounding you further in this nurturing ritual. You can hear yourself breathe, each inhale a reminder of the gift of life flowing in and out of you like the water before you. Emotions may surface, anchored by the steady rhythm of the evening. Perhaps memories stir, a smile flickers as you remember laughter shared over these very dishes, or maybe a sense of weariness washes over you. The weight of the day lifting softly as you realize how nourishing this moment truly is. Allow the waves of emotions to rise and fall, just as night deepens and dawn awaits in the distance. You are here in this moment, amidst the ups and downs, comfort and the chaos. As you finish washing the last plate, take a moment to reflect. The sink, now empty, holds the space of transformation. Water flows freely, bubbles drift and vanish, returning to the earth. The clutter of the day contained within these dishes is now cleansed, their surfaces glistening with newness, like an opportunity waiting to be embraced. You turn off the faucet, and silence envelops you, a soft blanket of calm. As you stand there, feel the sensations linger, the texture of the sponge, the weight of the plates in your hands, the soft glow of the evening light that contrasts the deepening blue sky. These are the moments that are often overlooked, the small symphonies that play quietly in your life. Here and now is where you discover the beauty of presence, the tranquility found in the embrace of routine. Stepping back from the sink, survey the fruits of your labor, the dishes now neatly stacked, each one a testament to care and awareness. And as you turn to leave the kitchen, feel the weight lift as the sense of completion settles in. It is not merely about the act of washing. It is about being here for each moment, allowing yourself the grace of presence, and finding joy in the simplest of tasks. As you take your last gazes upon your now serene kitchen, a thought drifts in life, like the water ebbs and flows, carries us, reshapes us, and reveals the beauty of simply being. In this gentle reminder, recognize that even in ordinary moments, there lies extraordinary beauty, waiting patiently for you to notice. Embrace this evening's soft surrender, breathe deeply, and carry this stillness within you as you journey into the unfolding night. In the gentle embrace of the moment, take a breath. Feel the rhythm of your inhale as it fills your lungs, and the softness of your exhale as it releases into the world. Let go of the tasks waiting patiently in the wings of your mind. For now, there is just this, the here and now. As we settle into this shared space, allow your thoughts to drift like leaves on a stream, floating gently away, leaving only the essence of being alive, aware, and present. There is a small kitchen, brightened by morning light streaming through the window, casting playful shadows that dance across the countertops. The scent of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, mingling with the soft, comforting warmth of the day ahead. It is here, in this tender cocoon of domesticity, that our story unfolds. Meet Anna, standing at the sink, her hands submerged in a basin of warm, soapy water. The dishes, neatly stacked in a haphazard pile, glistened with remnants of yesterday's meals. She takes a breath, feeling the warmth cradle her hands, a soothing embrace after a long night's rest. The world outside hums with distant sounds, the faint chirping of birds, the soft whoosh of a car passing by, and the gentle rustle of leaves conversing with the morning breeze. As she lifts the first dish, a simple white plate, she observes the way the light caresses its surface. It's a canvas of unapologetic imperfection, the signs of meals shared, laughter echoing around the table. She feels a surge of gratitude wash over her, a silent acknowledgement of the moments infused within this mundane object. Care in the stillness, she honors the life that has unfolded within these ceramic walls. The water swirls around her fingers, the bubbles rising and bursting like tiny, joyful moments released into the air. She begins to wash, and a simple act transforms into a symphony of sensations. The warmth of the water, the slip of the suds against the plate, the delicate sound of porcelain meeting itself breaks the silence, creating a gentle rhythm that begins to echo within her. Each stroke of the sponge becomes a brush against her mind, each circular motion a way to wash away not just the remnants of meals, but the clutter of worries, doubts, and the ever-looming tasks that wait hungrily for her attention. She allows her thoughts to drift, unanchored, observing them as they arise, noticing without judgment. There is no need for rush. The world outside continues its own dance, but she is here, fully engaged with the task at hand. As she rinses the plate, she watches the water cascade down its surface, glistening droplets forming a gentle stream that weaves its way into the basin. The sound of water splashing is a melody, a memory of time spent, laughter, shared, harmonious chorus of life. She pauses for a moment, allowing herself to be fully present with this simple act, noticing how it feels, the coolness of the water against her warm skin, the way the bubbles tickle her fingertips. With each dish, Anna descends deeper into this meditative state. Her mind, a canvas, open to the colors of her thoughts and feelings. A fork, a glass, a pottle echo, tales of sustenance, of family meals where love was served and joy seasoned into every bite. She recalls the laughter of her children as they fought over the last piece of pie and the ritual of Sunday dinners with friends. The kitchen, her sanctuary, holds these stories, lovingly etched into every surface. Time loses its rigid hold as she tilts her head and listens to the surrounding silence that holds an undertone of life. The hum of the refrigerator, the distant laughter from outside, the delicate sound of her own breath merging with the rhythm of the water. In this moment, Anna realizes the beauty of connection lies in the ordinary, this symbiotic exchange between herself and the world around her. Her movements become slower, each action deliberate, almost sacred. The sponge glides along the bottom of the pot, scrubbing away the remnants of a hearty stew, while the scents of garlic and herbs linger faintly in her memory. Memories rise like steam from the pot, warm and nourishing. She smiles softly, allowing the memory of the meal to envelop her like a warm blanket. She allows her thoughts to return to the present, focusing on the physical sensation of the dish in her hands, the soothing warmth of the water, the rhythmic flow of her breath. This moment, this kitchen, becomes an anchor, a reminder that life consists of these small, sacred acts that may appear mundane, yet hum with a vibrancy of existence. As the last dish is washed, she places it gently in the drying rack, looking at the warm sunlight now falling across the kitchen table, illuminating the space with golden hues. A moment of stillness stretches before her, a space filled with appreciation. The dishes are clean, yes, but more than that, it is as if a weight has lifted. A sense of clarity blooms within her that had been clouded by the noise of tasks and responsibilities. Anna stands still for just a heartbeat longer, grounding herself in this moment of tranquility. The world outside carries on, oblivious to the small transformation taking place within her. In the embrace of stillness, she realizes that each moment carries its own weight and beauty, and that to pause to truly care for oneself in these pockets of everyday life is to honor a deeper truth. With a final breath, she turns away from the sink, wiping her hands on a kitchen towel, her heart calm and her spirit light. The kitchen, a mosaic of sights, sounds, and memories, whispers to her a gentle reminder to find the extraordinary within the ordinary. To cultivate mindfulness, not just in moments like these, but in all the spaces life offers her as she plants her feet on the cool tiles of the kitchen floor. The world begins to re-emerge. She carries with her the stillness of that moment, a treasure tucked away in her heart. Life will continue its ebb and flow. Tasks will await her, but she takes with her the understanding that even in the busiest of days, a sense of peace can be found in the simplest of acts. Just as the dishes were washed and dried, so too can her mind be cleansed of distractions, allowing clarity and appreciation to reign. In the end, she knows that each moment is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to be fully alive, right here, right now. In a world that often rushes by, take a moment to pause. Allow your breath to flow softly, like a gentle river meandering through a quiet grove. Feel the weight of the chair beneath you, the warmth of your body enveloping you, and the air filling with a sense of life, just as it is. Close your eyes if it feels right, and let the sensations wash over you, each breath a reminder that you are here now. In this stillness, allow yourself to drift into a story that gently unfolds like the petals of a blooming flower, inviting you to join in the present moment. One balmy afternoon, the sky was stretched in hues of cobalt and cotton. A curious stillness settled over a little house at the edge of town. As the sun began its lazy descent, a few soft clouds played hide and seek with its golden rays. Inside, Emma stood at the kitchen sink, her hands submerged in warm, soapy water. The familiar scent of eucalyptus dish soap enveloped her like a comforting hug as she picked up a plate of simple, unremarkable white dishy. She paused for a moment. Here it was, just a plate, yet the story within it resonated deeply. She could feel the cool, smooth surface against her palms, the faintest of textures where the glaze had worn lightly over the years. Each swirl of her sponge brought forth quiet musings of past meals, laughter echoing around the dining table, and the intimate conversations shared over breakfast. The soft splashes of water murmured around her, harmonizing with the rhythmic sound of the sponge gliding against porcelain. With each stroke, Emma felt a gentle anchoring. Her thoughts became less tangled. The swirling chaos of her day faded away. She was fully here in the realm of the mundane, where profound moments often hide in plain sight. She rinsed the plate under the cool stream, watching the droplets dance like tiny diamonds, sparkling as they slipped and fell back into the waiting basin. What a sight to behold! These simple droplets, some heavy and slow, others light and playful. Perhaps each drop was emblematic of a thought or feeling, cascading off the plate, each one valid, worthy of attention before returning to the surface. The warmth of the water was soothing, easing the tension in her hands as she moved to the next dish bowl this time. Also marked with memories of meals shared, but with a slightly raised rim that caught the light differently, showcasing its own character. The gentle sound of water embraced her ears, creating a soft symphony that blended with the distant laughter of children playing outside. Outside, the sun dimmed slowly, and a whisper of wind teased the edges of the trees. Emma turned her head towards the window, and in that glance, there was a moment of connection between her world and the one outside, between her breath and the rhythm of nature. She could hear the rustle of leaves, their whispers underscoring the quietude of the moment. Perhaps the heart of the universe beat in time with her own slow. Steady, unwavering, with intention, she turned back to the dishes. The warm water streamed over her hands, draping her in an embrace of warmth. She allowed her gaze to soften on the fabric of the dish towel hanging nearby, its colorful pattern bright against the sun's fading light. Maybe she would dry the dishes and place them neatly back on the shelf. Coy, but for now, she continued to wash them, fully immersed in this evolving practice of presence. A thought flitted through her mind today had been hectic, a whirlwind of tasks that pulled her in every direction. Yet, here, at the sink, she encountered stillness. Each dish became a canvas for her attention, each task a chance to cultivate mindfulness. She felt the heat rise to her cheeks as a small smile hovered at the edge of her lips. Was this simply washing dishes, or was it something deeper, a return to herself? Her mind shifted as she took up a glass, its surface cool and smooth against her fingertips. She thought about fragility, how the glass, despite its strength, could shatter easily, just like the moments when her own resolve felt delicate. She moved thoughtfully, delicately aware of her breath as she cleaned the glass, feeling the gentle pull of her heart in tune with its vulnerability as she set it down to rinse. The water splashed lightly, capturing fleeting moments of joy and sorrow, trapped within its transparent walls. Each bubble that formed and burst was a reminder of impermanence. She transitioned seamlessly to the next item, a heavy pot, worn yet sturdy from years of use. It carried a weight, not just in its material, but in the countless meals it had prepared. The handle felt familiar and strong in her hands, a reminder of resilience. She operated in a steady rhythm: scrub, rinse, set down. Her senses absorbed the sensations of the warm water, the soft bristles of the sponge, and the fragrant air. Her mind began to ease into a meditative state, her thoughts like birds gently soaring with the whisper of the breeze. She noticed the swell of gratitude creeping in for this quiet moment. Her small Katina sanctuary filled with such ordinary magic. Outside the window, Tina first raindrops began to fall, each drop singing a delicate note against the ground. Emma paused, the sounds intertwining with a rush of water in the sink, creating a gentle harmony of existence. She felt a pulsar heartbeat of connection between her everyday chores and the beauty unfolding outside. How lovely it was, this dance of raindrops, cascading in unpredictable patterns, reminding her of life's uncertainties. With each new drop, the rhythm of the rain played a symphony pitter-patter softening the world around her, washing the earth like she washed the dishes. This droplet was a reminder to embrace the flow of life. They pooled on the windowsill, glistening before taking the leap into the unknown, falling gracefully. Emma found herself reveling in this simple reality, watching as nature now joined her in this moment of clarity. As she finished up the last dish, she noticed how the light had shifted. The room was now cloaked in hues of twilight, casting shadows that danced gently across the walls. She wiped her hands on the towel and allowed herself to breathe, feeling settled in the afterglow of her own mindfulness practice. The dishes stood clean and arranged, quiet tribute to her moment of presence. And with that, she stepped back, releasing the lingering thoughts that sought to pull her in a dozen directions. Instead, she embraced the stillness of profound peace, painting itself in this cozy kitchen, echoing in the tranquility of a rain-droplet symphony. As the last light of day faded and the rain played its soothing melody, Emma recognized that within the quiet of the ordinary lay the extraordinary. Each moment spent in presence felt like an invitation to dance with life's sometimes clear, always beautiful. In surrendering to the now, she found her way back home, her heart aglow with the warmth of connection, ready to embrace whatever was next with open arms and a still mind. In this moment, as you settle into your breath, allow yourself to arrive fully in the space you inhabit. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the subtle rhythm of your pulse, a reminder of the life coursing through you. Let go of the weight of the day, releasing any thoughts that wander through your mind like clouds in the sky. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in peace and calm. As you breathe out, envision exhaling tension and distraction. With each breath, you come closer to the soft embrace of the present moment. Imagine a bright afternoon, the sun sending playful beams through your kitchen window, casting dappled patterns on the tiles below. The air carries the faint scent of freshly baked bread, lingering like a gentle memory. The cool, smooth surface of your kitchen counter welcomes the touch of your fingers. And you take a moment to pause. As you turn on the faucet, the water leaps, with joy filling the sink. Each droplet dances in the light before merging into a stream of silvery clarity. The sound of rushing water, a soothing symphony of nature's pulse cascades around you, inviting your senses to awaken. As you reach for a dish, warm from the remnants of a shared meal, you feel the comforting weight of the ceramic in your palm. It's a testament to moments savored, laughter shared, and conversations lingered over. Bringing the dish to the sink, you gently place it under the cascade of water. The sound softens, transforming from a roar to a whisper. The delicate patter mimics the gentle rhythm of rain on leaves outside. Each dish before you, each spoon and fork, holds the memory of nourishment, love, and connection. Gratitude sweeps over you like a warm breeze. You realize that this simple act is steeped in the richness of life itself. As you add a few drops of dish soap, the scent of lemon fills the air, sharp, yet comforting. You watch as bubbles begin to form, small orbs of froth, rising and dancing, carrying within them the promise of renewal. With the softness of a sponge, you begin to cleanse, moving in slow, deliberate circles, feeling the texture of the dish beneath your fingers. The warmth of the water embraces your hands, a gentle caress that brushes away the remnants of the past meal. In this space, all that exists is you and the dish before you. The world outside fades away. There are no deadlines or to-do lists, just this moment, this intimate dialogue between your fingertips and the warm, soapy surface. Your breath deepens as you lose yourself in the sensation, the simple act becoming a meditation. Thoughts may wander, swirling like the bubbles. Acknowledge them without judgment, letting them pass through your consciousness like leaves carried downstream by a gentle current. You find that with every dish you wash, you are releasing more than just dirt. You are washing away distractions, worries, and the burden of what lies ahead as your hands move rhythmically. The sponge glides effortlessly over the surface, and the dish transforms under your care. The bubbles burst, sending tiny droplets flying little prisms of light that scatter and twinkle in the sun. Each cleansing stroke is a reminder of the importance of presence, of being here now as you gently scrub and rinse. When you pick up a cup, the coolness of its ceramic contrasts with the warmth of the water. Your fingers curl around its handle, grounded in the sturdy reality of this simple object. You notice a small chip on its edge, evidence of a moment shared when laughter brought it to the table with a clatter. You hold it close, honoring its imperfections, much like the moments of your life that remain imperfect yet beautiful. As you continue, you sink into the awareness of your surroundings, the soft hum of a nearby clock, its ticks echoing as deliberate markers of time passing. It's the soft rustle of leaves outside, swaying gently as if in tune with your actions. The scene is alive, wrapped in your own awareness. With every rinse, each gentle tap of the dish against the sink, you establish a connection not just with the items you clean, but with the very essence of the experience itself. Time seems to ebb and flow, no longer a rigid structure, but a fluid space where moments blend seamlessly into one another. You may notice the way the water glistens as it trickles down the sides of each plate, and how your own worries start to feel just as transient. You realize that nothing is permanent. The dishes will return to the cupboard, the warmth of the sun will shift, and the world will carry on outside your window. But in this moment, you are right here, fully present, as the last dish comes clean and you set it aside to dry. A sense of calm envelops you. The simple completion of this task feels like a soft sigh of contentment, a whisper of gratitude that ripples through your heart. You take a moment to gaze at the dishes, now stacked neatly, the sunlight catching the glimmer of their surfaces. As if to acknowledge your silent ritual of care, you dry your hands on a cloth, feeling the fabric's texture, soft reminder of the present moment. It absorbs the water and heat, much like you take in the experience of this day, retaining the warmth of simplicity, yet letting the residue of the past flow away. In this cycle of washing and drying, you embrace the present, aware that life is a series of such moments. As you step back, surveying the kitchen transformed by your attentiveness, you notice a shift within you. The space feels different, imbued with a sense of serenity, a testament to the beauty of mindful engagement in the mundane. Every simple act can hold the potential for awakening invitation to notice, to cherish, to be grateful. And so, as you stand in the quiet of your kitchen, you carry with you the understanding that every act of care, no matter how small, can ground you in the present. There is beauty in the ordinary, a reminder that each moment holds within it the potential for peace. As you return to the rhythm of your day, hold on to this stillness, knowing that with each breath and each action, you can cultivate a garden of presence within yourself. As you settle into this moment, take a soft breath, gently inhaling through the nose, feeling the coolness of the air as it enters your lungs. Hold that breath for just a heartbeat, and then, with a slow, deliberate exhale, let the weight of your day drift away like clouds across a summer sky. Allow your shoulders to soften, your hands to rest, and your heart to open to the world just as it is, unfiltered and whole. In this space of stillness, we will wander together through a simple experience, an experience that holds within it the potential for profound presence in the quiet of an early morning. When the sun begins to rise and the world is swathed in a gentle golden glow, you find yourself in the kitchen. The air is cool against your skin, a refreshing herald of the day ahead. You walk toward the sink, each step mindful, each footfall a tender connection to the ground beneath you. The dishes from last night still linger like whispers of yesterday's laughter and conversation. You turn on the faucet, and the sound of water rushing fills the air, a soothing melody amidst the stillness. As the water cascades, droplets dance and shimmer in the light, creating a symphony of tiny splashes and murmurs. You take a moment to watch, mesmerized by the fluid grace of the water as the bowl fills. Your focus narrows, and you can feel the temperature change, the warm moisture filling the space around you. You reach for a sponge, its texture familiar and comforting in your palm. Dip it into the soapy water, watching as bubbles rise and swirl, a universe unto themselves. Each one reflecting the shimmering light, each one alive with possibility. With intention, you begin to wash the sponge, gliding over the surface of a plate. The suds foam and gather, a frothy reminder of the gentle cycles of life. As you scrub, you can feel the resistance of the grime, the remnants of meals shared, the fingerprints of moments that have passed. And as you work, allow your thoughts to come and go like passing clouds, drifting without attachment. Just acknowledging their presence, you place the plate under the stream of clear water, and with a gentle tilt, watch as the bubbles slide off, carried away into a clean, pristine stream. There is satisfaction in this small act, a sense of accomplishment intertwined with gratitude for the nourishment this plate once held. Next, lift a silver fork, its surface gleaming like a shard of the morning sun. As the water flows over it, you feel the coolness of the metal contrast with the warmth in your hand. Each whisk of the sponge across its tines becomes a dance of partnership between your intention and the task at hand. You discover each piece reflects not just its form, but also the memories held within the laughter of friends, the stories told, the nurturing shared over meals. The rhythm of the task begins to envelop you. Rinse, scrub, set aside. Rinse, scrub, set aside. Each movement flows seamlessly into the next, a gentle tide of intention washing over you. The dish towel waits patiently on the counter, soft and inviting, ready to embrace the dishes as they emerge anew from their cleansing. You take a moment to pause, to surrender to the stillness that has unfolded around you. The rhythm of the world continues outside, but within this kitchen, time seems to expand, stretching moments into infinity and infusing the mundane with pure presence. The sunbeams filter through the window, casting playful shadows, creating patterns on the countertop, an intricate dance of light and dark. Your hands continue their work, but in this pause, you allow yourself to simply be. You listen to the subtle sounds, birds outside, a distant car passing by, the gentle hum of the refrigerator, one symphony of existence flowing into another. You notice the warmth in your chest, akin to the sun's light filtering through, a glow that resonates quietly within you as you finish washing and start to dry. The soft texture of the towel against the warm porcelain becomes a rich sensation. It's one that speaks to you about care and attentiveness. Each pat becomes a whisper of appreciation, a reminder that in every act, potential for mindfulness lies patiently waiting to be discovered. You reach for the last item, a beloved coffee mug, surface warm and familiar, etched with the memories of quiet mornings and sacred sips. Feel the contours and curves in your palm, a reminder of rituals that ground you in the present. With a gentle breath, you wipe its surface, remembering the warmth of the brew inside, how it nourished not just your body, but your spirit. And then, with each piece done, you look at the sink, now empty and pristine, and take a moment to breathe deeply. The task complete, a simplicity lays before you, a moment of mindfulness birthed from the everyday act of cleaning. It ebbs and flows, a gentle acknowledgement of cyclical nature, the intertwined threads of actions, thoughts, and being. Outside, the world continues on its own path, but for you, time has taken on a different shape. The dishes, once a burden, have transformed into a meditation. The act does not need to end. It extends into the day. You carry this presence with you into each interaction, each step, each choice, as you wash away the last remnants of soap with a flick of water. There is a reminder that each moment holds its own beauty, its own merit. You stand now, feeling the stillness in the air, knowing that the simplicity of being vibrant, alive, and aware of each moment is within reach at any time. With a final, gentle sigh, you let go of what was and embrace what is in the gentle warmth of the morning light. As the dishes have found their place in the drying rack, you realize that the true nourishment comes not just from sharing meals, but from the stillness cultivated in the acts of care. Each moment is an invitation to embrace presence and notice the beauty in the ordinary. And as you step away from the sink, may you carry this awareness into the vast tapestry of your day, a steady reminder that every breath holds a world of possibility, waiting patiently for you to arrive.